you based on what you buy.
But what do you mean? Like, what kind of decisions about me based on what I buy?
Actuarial decisions for insurance, for credit, sometimes for loans. Well, that's credit, but it's more of behavioral data. They give a behavioral kind of composite of you. And
right.
and the article I read, this was an offshoot of Reddit, and I hit several links. But what it was telling, it's called the black t-shirt buyer. You know, black t-shirts, guys that wear black t-shirts all the time and tattoos and piercings. Because those were some of the examples. If you buy black t-shirts and piercings and pay for tattoos, and you do that through a credit card, that is in a profile for you somewhere, showing it's behavioral data based on purchases.
Oh, and also our insurance companies will know if we're buying cigarettes or chewing tobacco.
Exactly.
Or
exactly
how often
the point.
We get a bar tab.
Exactly
late
the
at
point
night.
they made. Now, here is the one part that puzzles me. I don't know how they link it to Tom Martino and then keep it consistent across platforms. And we can talk about that. But Roxy, you have a question about Carfax. Go ahead. And then Dee and then Sari. Roxy, what is your question?
Give you a VIN number. Do you guys have that subscription through Carfax?
Well, all of the garages, I think, subscribe to Carfax, right? Don't you guys?
Some of our platforms give us not the full report. You have to buy the full report, but we can see some histories through our software.
Why do you ask, Roxy? What's on your mind specifically?
I was curious if my vehicle had been in an accident because, like, the front driver's side.
Now, how long have you owned this vehicle, Roxy? How long?
October.
Okay.
Last year.
Okay, and you never had it. You never had it checked before you bought it.
Well, no. The guy we brought it from Groove Toyota, and the mechanic, we knew him.
Okay.
And
so you trusted him.
It was
You know, Roxy, right now, you can still, why don't you just get it checked from an expert? Hey, Kevin, do you guys look at the body when you do your inspections?
Yeah, if there's something to see. I mean, some body work is done very, very well, and you really can't tell.
But if you want a Carfax, Roxy, you can go on and do a one-up.
Sure.
You can do a one Carfax, and I think it's like $19.95.
Yeah, $19.25.
You do not have to have subscription.
Okay.
Carfax.com, and I've done it before when I was looking for a car on a specific car. So why don't you go ahead and go
I'll try that.
Okay, and then of course Kevin at Sheridan Autotech does these pre-buy inspections, and it can be a post-buy if you want it to be. Let's talk to Dee. Dee, what's going on with you, Dee? Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, Dee.
Yeah, I am calling. Hi. I was parked at my apartment complex.
Yes.
And when I came out, I had, I guess it's a new boot that goes on the windshield of your car.
Oh, remember I told you it's called the windshield barnacle.
No fooling. I've heard about that.
And you thought I was a nutcase.
No, I thought you were making it up. Well, not really, but so it's called the windshield. I want to look it up and look at it. And so this was disabling your car, right?
No, it doesn't disable the car. It disables your ability to look out the windshield.
Well, that's what I mean. Oh, my gosh. It does. A windshield barnacle is a parking enforcement device that attaches to your vehicle's windshield with suction cups. But is it that hard? You can't get a suction cup off?
Well, apparently you can't sneak under it.
Okay, so what happened and why did you get it?
Well, because I guess they say that my car wasn't registered to park. So they say that the streets in between the complexes are owned by the complex.
It could be.
Yeah. Right. So I had to pay. They said that the charge to remove it was like $363.
How much were you?
You buy a DeWalt drill for that and go through that suction cup.
Let me get this straight. You were first given this boot, this windshield barnacle, because you were parking just that one time. It wasn't for a buildup of fines from the past. It was just that one time?
the one time, which seems excessive.
It is excessive,
Like
but I don't know if there's a law. I don't know if there. No, I shouldn't say I don't know. There is no law that I know of that really dictates how much they can charge for that. So, did you end up paying to get it off?
I had to because I couldn't drive the car.
All right, hold on. I want to investigate this during the break. Hang on, and we'll come back and talk about this because this seems to me to be pretty damn weird. By the way, Compass Insurance Group does free insurance checkups. It's Car Day. Find out if you're paying too much for car insurance. It'll help you with your auto insurance, your home insurance, all free of charge. The insurance checkup, 303-996-9000. Wait a minute.
That's pretty clever.
These barnacles are fucking incredible.
That's pretty clever.
But how they not come? Why are they so difficult to get off?
Cups. There are a bunch of suction cups in it.
I know it, but then I wonder how they remove them. They must have a tool that
deflates it. Yeah.
It's got to have a magnetic, or it's got to be some kind of electronic something.
That whole thing's plastic, man. Why anybody wouldn't just grab a freaking DeWalt drill, punch through that son of a bitch, and throw it on the ground, I don't know.
Well, by the way, you're going to hurt your windshield.
No, you're not. You're going to go right through the suction cup. You're not going to get down on the glass. You're just going through to release the suction cup.
Also, new windshield.
Maybe we'll do that on one of our YouTubes. Remember that? We cut a boot off with Ken. Hold on, I got to do this.
Allegedly.
I have no recollection.
Hey, I'm not going to pussyfoot around. I'm just going to call it what it is, and that is the absolute lowest price on an extreme clean tune and check of your furnace. You know, a lot of companies that advertise these, first of all, don't even do the cleaning that Fix-It does. Fix-It 24/7 wants to be your company. They want to brag about what they do, so they want you to see it. And that's why it's only $39 for people that haven't had it done. $39. They take your furnace apart. They clean every nook and cranny. It is incredible. You will love it. And a no breakdown guarantee. Call now before the real cold comes. Fix it 24/7. Go to the website and book. FixMyHome.com. That's the website. FixMyHome.com. Click book now. FixMyHome.com. Book now. Red Rock's Roof and Solar is now Alliance Roof and Solar. And let me tell you something. Alliance is putting in commercial solar systems, and that means if you have a home-based business, possibly an agribusiness, you're a landlord with a complex, or you have a duplex, or you're just renting out a house, or maybe you have a warehouse or a factory and you have a big thriving business, whatever it is. Commercial systems are paid for mostly by government incentives, and then you can make positive cash flow selling power back to the grid and back to people, and Alliance knows how to do it and can coach you through it. They do service, they do sales, they do installation, they do repairs. They're your full solar company. Alliance Roof and Solar, 303-704-2449. By the way, they're formerly Red Rock, so their website's still redrocksrs.com. If you're in trouble, and a lot of people this time of the year, they start getting in trouble. I'm not gonna lie about it. People stay after work and have a couple drinks. They're partying. It's the holidays. It's a busy time, unfortunately, for Joe Lazzara. Now, don't drink and drive, okay? I want to say that right up front. But if you're in trouble for anything, Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney that works unlike any others. Here's what he does. He talks to you free of charge. You get to feel comfortable with Joe. If you hire him, he gives you then one flat rate for your entire case. 303-429-6200. Joe Lazzara, 303-429-6200.
It says it's got alarms and whatnot to go off if you tamper with it. And it's
all good. Sorry, not my fault. I had to reboot the entire computer.
Oh, so we get a new feed?
Yeah.
Okay. It is what it is, sister.
So everything should be good.
So, Tom,
But if people are bitching on YouTube.
Yeah.
so theoretically they could charge anything they want?
I don't know. What I'm saying is I don't know of any law that says you can only charge this much. You would think it would be like under the towing law, but
Yeah, that's what I just
THC
looked
or
up.
something, yeah.
I looked it all up while you
are there
were.
any laws to it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? You mean on how much they can charge for removals?
Yes. So the maximum that Colorado allows for private boots is $160
To remove it.
to remove it. Now,
okay. Tell me what law that is.
I got it from, there is no citation, but they don't cite a law, but this is straight from the PUC. So puc.colorado.gov, booting immobilization FAQ for consumers. You'll see the page I'm reading.
Through their immobilization devices, really.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm also reading a administrative law judge decision with regard to, as it regards the
360 sounds excessive.
Yeah, now I'm wondering if it's the same apartment complex that Bo got into a fight with last fall that charged $360 for a boot. They called the cops on Bo.
So really, if they put a 160 on there, that's got then the spirit of that law is that's got to apply for everything. I'll bet you she can use
that.
Yeah,
it's an immobilization device.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And
was some of that a deposit though? Because they talk about a deposit on here with the barnacle. You pay a deposit until they get their barnacle back.
Oh, it just said the maximum is $160.
You mean so you think part of it, the 360,
maybe a deposit that they will refund?
Okay, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And I also have a phone number for her to call with a complaint if she wants to get the PUC involved.
Good, excellent. Keep that in mind. You know,
that's pretty cool though.
I'm surprised they addressed it. The immobilization device, the maximum charge. In fact, I've never heard of it before.
Well, they had to address it, Tom. Otherwise, you say, well, I want $5,000.
Well, I know, but there are a lot of things the law doesn't address. I mean, they just don't.
Yeah, so they don't call it, in the law, they don't call it a boot. They call it an immobilization device.
Of course they do, because it's not technically, a boot is not a description.
Right, so my point is, the Barnacle Company cannot defend themselves, in my view, by saying, hey, it's not a boot.
No, that's true.
Because the boot is not mentioned in the law.
And that's exactly right. I agree totally.
Yeah.
You'll get it back.
God help us all.
With Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. So Dee parked somewhere. They said she didn't have a permit to park there, so they put an immobilization device on her car. The reason we say that's how the law addresses it, so it's not limited to a boot. And by the way, boot is not a legal description. It's hard to say, but anything that immobilizes the car. And by the way, I said, I don't know of any private laws, and still I don't know if it is a law or if it's just a PUC standing and regulation, but it doesn't matter. Deputy D did find something addressing D. You got to listen carefully on this because this could help you. Okay, what did you find regarding immobilization devices?
Tom, the Colorado Public Utilities Commission actually has an FAQ page specifically on privately placed immobilization devices.
Yes.
And there are a couple of parts here that might be interesting to our caller. So the maximum fee that they allow is $160. They call it the standard removal fee. So it sounds like she got way overcharged. And the second part that she might be interested in is that PUC invites complaints about this kind of matter. And I even have a phone number.
Now, Dee, if you take down this phone number, I suggest you call them and let them know how much you were charged. And then I think they might do something, or you may be able to use this regulation for small claims court to get some of that back. So you were charged, did you say $360, Dee?
Right. So that's the amount that they have on there. When you return the equipment,
then you get.
They say that they refund it. They say that they'll refund the difference. It's $163 that they.
See, they do know the law. Yep. But Dee, the bad news for you though is they can charge you that $160. You know, the 3 might be taxes, $163.
It's pretty clever, though. They make you return their part to them.
So, but how do they, here's what I don't understand. What do you mean, return their part? Like, how does
They give you a code, it deactivates the suction cup.
Is that what happened? They gave you a code?
Then
and when I'm interested.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you do with this code?
When you pay, it releases you're able to take the item off of your windshield.
So they do it remotely.
No.
No, they give you the code.
Yeah,
They give you the code.
Well,
There's a
let me
keypad.
ask you, I didn't hear her say that. Do they give you a code that punch in and deactivate it, or do they do it remotely?
Yes.
Oh, they give you a code.
No. They give you a code.
And then you punch this code into some keypad,
Correct.
and then it pops off.
Correct.
Really? And then you have to return it, or you don't get you don't get half of it back.
Yep.
Right.
Now,
Correct. You don't
let's
get,
talk about this now. Now that we've established they've done something legally according to the law, the 160. What about the parking issue itself? Is it true that you were supposed to be registered to park there?
I guess, but I was thinking, I thought that was for the parking lot. This is the streets in between, and they said that they
Oh, you thought that was a public street. I could see where you would. Now, did they have conspicuous signs on those streets? They're supposed to have signs. Now, that could be one area of weakness. If you take pictures of where it was, they should have signs up. And it doesn't have to be like a sign, like multiple signs, but there have to be conspicuous signage on the immobilization device or towing or whatever. And are you telling me that on this street that appeared to be a public street, there were no signs where you parked about the need to register?
No, I did not see a sign. On the streets that runs the opposite way is the city streets. They do have signs, but not signs in between the buildings.
Yeah, it's hard to say without seeing it. You could take a stab at it, but I don't think you're going to be successful. So, do you have a number you call for that? I'd like Kachina to call. Kachina, for the hell of it, I'd love for you to call them and ask them if they'd like to talk about their system. And what I'm saying is this, Dee. There has to be signage. Since I'm not there, I don't know. You need to take pictures of where you were and what happened, and maybe use that as a way to take them to small claims court. But Dee, what are you frowning at?
Oh, I wasn't frowning.
No,
I was
but
just
basically,
wondering.
you're contemplating
Oh,
something.
yeah, I was wondering what's the name of the apartment complex and roughly where is it located?
Are we going to look at Google Maps, maybe?
Yeah, I was going to look on Google Maps, and if it's close by, I could drive by.
Avail, ABAIL.
Yeah, where is it? What's a big intersection near there?
Abail, ABAIL.
Blackhawk.
What's the closest intersection? Where is it in town? We want to find it. Abail.
It's in between Yale and Isla.
Okay. Oh, really? Yale and Iliff. Okay. I want one of my deputies, if you're out and about, see what she's talking about. So there are private streets. That can be confusing. If you think you're parking on a public street and there's no signage, that could be an issue, D. So we're going to check into it. I'm marking this down. We're going to check into this. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Today's car day, good day to talk about One Clear Choice garage doors. Man, these are great people. OneClearChoiceDoors.com is the website. Now, the name of the company is One Clear Choice Garage Doors. But the reason I give the website out, because they are the only company I know that give all their services and what they charge up front on the website, OneClearChoiceDoors.com. They've been serving Colorado for many, many years. I'm proud to have them on my referral list. 720-370-3987 for anything garage door related. Openers, doors, parts of openers, 24/7 service. If you have a broken spring, can't get the door closed or opened, that's OneClearChoiceDoors.com. Okay, so what do you think?
That's tough. I mean, that's because of regular street names and everything there.
I have no lies. I'm going to hit the head real quick here.
It's 11 minutes away. I can just drive over there right now.
But what is their requirement for signage? I mean, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 12 entrances. I mean, if there's something at each entrance, I mean,
Well, I do remember looking up this regulation. There is some kind of a minimum signage requirement. They have to be no more than certain number of feet apart, and they have to be certain height, and they have to be a certain size.
To say that to park here you have to have proper registration. That's probably in your bylaws.
It has to be what's an apartment complex?
No, in my apartment complex, the only two signs are on the gates that get into it. The rest, which is a pretty big property, there are no signs. There's one little sign on the gate when you come in, and that's it.
So, Kevin, to answer your question, there is some kind of a regulation. I don't remember what it says, but if I go over there, she shows me where she was parked and there are no signs, then we can look up the regulations that she can cite to try to get her money back. But I can go over there.
Are these garages, or what is that on the picture? It's hard to...
Oh, I don't know. I didn't do the Google Earth thing because I won't be able to see the signs. But I don't. It looks like a really nice.
Yeah, it looks like the apartments are all here.
Okay, Dee, I just left a message for them.
Garages or
what is your phone number? Because we're going to escalate this to one of our deputies. His name is Dimitri. He'll be calling you. So what is your phone number?
Yeah, that's what I think she was talking about.
I can take my luxurious down car over there.
I could see how she would think that that would be off the property, though.
Yeah, this totally looks like a regular street.
It does.
Yeah, go down to a street view and start driving around it on the computer and see if you see your signs.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, you do.
Kevin is already in it.
Are you on Google Maps?
Not on Street View, though.
Are you on Google Maps?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I don't know what I'm on.
What's the address there?
The address is.
I don't see any signs on the street entrance.
She was on Black Hawk Street?
No, I think she was just giving a reference to Black Hawk and something.
Are you looking it up?
Well, yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can see signs on the street view on Google Maps.
I can see something hanging from the stop sign, but I can't get a good view of what it is.
On Black Hawk?
Anaheim.
So they're saying that where the street abuts to the apartment complex is considered theirs?
That's what they're saying, but I can see where that would be confusing. Because it's just a street, it's not.
Parking by permit only.
Yep.
It's right there on the street.
Yep.
Green sign. No parking this side, they'll tell you. Got news for you. She had notice.
Yeah.
There you go, D.
Well, I just spoke about it.
Don't even bother. It says right there, no parking, it's by permit only.
Really?
Yeah, it's all around the building.
Okay.
We just went down to the street view, started driving around the street, found a sign.
Dude, good job. Well, I was looking forward to a ride at the town car.
Well, I tell you what, we're out of beer at the shop, so why don't you swing by the liquor store? Just Coors Banquet, nothing expensive.
Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. All right, so we looked at Google Maps for this area that she said was apparently, they were private streets but looked public. No warnings around the building. Jeff Vick actually went and took the...
I just went down to the street view and started driving around on Google Maps around the street, and there are green signs that says parking by permit. They've got arrows pointing to it.
By permit.
Yeah, and they've got a little picture of a tow truck that says they will take your car away.
Yeah, so I think she's going to have a weak argument here again. So many people, they don't pay attention until after it happens. Again,
I could see how she could be confused. That looks like a street as opposed to a...
Yeah, but the sign
is different.
The sign is there, though.
Yep.
Sari, what's going on with you, Sari? How can we help you?
Well, yes, I moved to Colorado back in 2022, and I purchased a brand new build.
Yeah.
And upon moving in, I found some pretty serious issues with my home.
Really?
And
so when did you... I want to try to track this. When did you actually move into, is it 2022?
March 31st of 2022.
Got it. And tell me the issues and when they started surfacing.
Immediately. The minute we were doing the walkthrough, I started to point out issues.
But right now we're into your third year. So did you have a warranty, and were they covered by warranty?
For 1 year, correct.
Did they cover anything during the warranty period?
No, they did not. They said they were going to, but they sent people over here, but they never did anything.
Okay, give me one of the biggest problems you might have encountered. Give me an idea of what it would be.
HVAC, my furnace. I had carbon monoxide.
On a brand new build, you had carbon monoxide leaking. Did they fix it?
No.
Well, what did you do?
They told me that everything was fine. They sent some.
Well, how do you? Okay, all right. Did they? If they never fixed it, presumably you still have carbon monoxide.
No, because I actually had my warranty company come out, and that was a fight in itself because it's a new build, and they didn't want to repair it. Obviously, it's a new build. There should be no reason, but they did replace the furnace. However, it's undersized for my home as well because it never really heats up my house, and it doesn't cool down my house very well. So I had Black Hills Energy come out, and they used their sniffer to do a sniffer test.
Yes.
And that's where they found out the carbon monoxide, and they red tagged my home.
How long ago was this?
2 years I had no heat.
How long ago was that?
It was 2 years ago. I just recently got it on. So for 2 years I had no heat or air conditioning.
You actually lived in your home through the winter without heat?
Correct. Little space heaters.
Or with, okay, so where do we stand today? Who's the home builder, by the way?
LGI Homes.
LGI, okay. And what are they doing for you? I mean, what problems do we have today? What caused you to call today?
I guess I'm really trying to figure out what my options are here. I really don't know what to do. I never expected
a lawsuit against the builder for construction defects, but I don't think you have a strong case. You have minor issues.
No, there's a lot.
Give me the most major issue right now that's existing right now.
Well, it's still not fixed properly, the furnace. So it's a mess in that room. I have electrical issues. I was shocked so bad when I first moved in here, plugging my coffee pot in, that it shocked me all the way up my arm. I couldn't use it for 2 weeks. The fuse box out back arced. It sounded like a bomb went off out there. I didn't know what it was.
Are any neighbors, Sari, are any neighbors having these problems?
They have problems, but not to the extent of mine.
And did she say MGI?
LGI.
L is in Larry.
LGI.
Larry,
okay.
girl.
Got it. And the home builder, you know what? We should just call the home builder and see if they've even heard of you and if they have a warranty. And
they have. They told me never to call them. They threatened the police and told me never to go down to the office.
Sari, they might, I'm just going to come right out and say, they might think you're a nut, okay? They might think that these problems, why is she the only one having these problems? No one else is having these problems. And that kind of thing. That's why you may have to do an actual construction defect lawsuit. You're going to allege that your home is not heated properly. What else? If we had to make major categories, the first one would be not heated properly. What else?
The air conditioning unit is undersized for the home.
Well, that's what we just said. Basically your HVAC is undersized or not adequate.
Box.
What's that?
Breaker box.
What's wrong with the breaker box? Have you had an electrician look at it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have.
Well, what did the electrician say was wrong? What did they say is wrong with your breaker box?
Well, that's it. They said there was some sort of an overload or too many wires going in where it shouldn't be. I don't really understand electricity.
What did they recommend? What did they?
Everything I'm saying.
I get it. What do they say needs to be done to your home?
Well, at this point, I'm not sure. Now we're at structural issues. I had a structural engineer come out and do a little survey of my home. I haven't received the report back yet, but it's quite obvious that there's issues there.
Like what kind of
driveway cracked all the way across?
Sari, you're going to need a lawsuit. This is way too much to call them. They told you never to call again. They think you're a nut. You're going to have to get their attention. We know some really good construction defects attorneys. You really do. And I'm serious. This is not a kiss-off, Sari. This is saying if you're having major issues with HVAC, structure, and electrical, those three alone, those are serious. But they're not taking you seriously. Deputy Doc actually did a construction defect. He actually sued for construction defects. It's a long, arduous journey, isn't it, Doc? It is. And it costs a lot of money.
Well, it didn't cost me a penny because of the attorney that I used.
Right, because they got attorney's fees.
Exactly. So, and it was very similar to this. So, give Scott Sullen a call.
Scott,
he's the best.
He is one of the best. Yes. Sorry?
What's his last name?
Sullen, Sullen, I believe it is.
Yeah.
And it's Scott Sullen. I don't know the name of his firm today, what he's using, but you need to search him. Hey, Deputy D, don't we know someone else too?
Yeah, I know an attorney who specializes in this kind of stuff. His name is Neil Hollington. His office.
That's right. He's really good.
Yeah, his office is down there in Parker. But what Siri needs to keep in mind is if she schedules a consultation with Hollington, she needs to have all her information, all her ducks in a row. She can't come in and say, well, I don't know anything about electricity, but there are a bunch of wires in the breaker box.
Yeah, you need to actually give them a report from the electrician saying that the circuit breaker box is overloaded.
And from the structural engineer whose report she still doesn't have. And whoever else is doing work on the house, she needs to present all of that because Hollington is not going to do this detective work for her. And if she just presents the case to him, he'll be able to give her a really good idea whether or not she has a case.
Oh, I talked to Neil Hollington.
You did?
Spoke with him.
What did he say?
Recently.
What did he say?
He said, I have a very good case, and I have everything documented.
Good. Okay, well, there you are. There you are. You're going to have to go through. You really are. I mean, they're going to require you to go through at least the beginning. Did Hollington say he would take the case?
Yes.
Good.
There's a problem with this because I was just laid off from my job in January, and I've exhausted everything that I have. That's why I'm kind of in panic mode here because before it wasn't an issue, and now I want
during the show, since you took the time to call us, during the show, I want Deputy Doc just to call down to the builder just to say, look, we got this complaint. She's contemplating a construction defect lawsuit or whatever. We just want to know what's going on and see what they say to us. I would like to know how they're characterizing this. Sari, you know, it's really funny because people with real problems sometimes are the ones that sound like nuts when they have many, many problems, because it sounds like they're looking for problems. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you're doing that. I'm saying that's what it sounds like. And these people that are getting the complaints, like this builder, LGI, they're thinking, oh, it's her again. You know, and they're discounting what you're saying. Do you actually have, if you actually have an electrical report, a structural report, and an HVAC report, Hollington did say he would take it. What did he think he could do? Did he mention? Did you actually sit down and meet with him or call him?
No, I had a free consultation with him.
Good. And so how did he say to get started?
Essentially, he wants me to, you know, give him a retainer, which I'm not in a position to do at this point. That's why I'm just kind of at a standstill here, because I lost my job.
I don't think if we call them, they're going to do anything voluntarily. But you know what? We'll give it a try. Hold on a second. We'll give it a try.
Now, impact traffic.
Yeah, we're still looking. She has all these problems. I think she's Hollington said she had a good case. He wouldn't shine her on.
If that's what he said.
Well, why? You think she's lying?
No, I think she's a nutcase.
You know, it's funny, but when people have one problem after another, and say I was shocked, and I don't know, it's.
Yeah, there's no information on Scott Sullen anymore. There's an article that references him in a 2005 case.
Who's that?
Scott Sullen. He might not be around anymore.
I don't think he's around.
TheArtOfGranite.com. The name says granite, but they do all countertops, and they do them for the guaranteed best deal anywhere. When you compare apples with apples, you'll want the Art of Granite for any natural stone or man-made material. They'll even give you prices on the phone, but they want you to visit their beautiful showroom and granite yard, or stone yard, I should call it, in Golden, Colorado. It's really beautiful. You need to call them, 303-386-5919. They do it in 2 visits. The first one is to measure and template, and then they come back and install. Tear out and haul away is always free, and wholesale on all countertop materials. TheArtOfGranite.com, 303-386-5919.
You said you didn't know how to use Street View?
Well, it's not that I don't know how to use it. It just doesn't work well for me.
Doc, for the hell of
Like, you know, when I do the arrows and shit.
I'll call them.
Just see what they say.
Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. It's probably my technique. But I'll invest some time into it pretty soon and get a really good handle on Street
I wonder if he just shined her on, but if he was going to take a retainer, he might think, I wonder if he would talk to us about it if she gave permission. What's his first name?
Neil.
His name is what?
Neil Hollington.
Lunch is here.
Oh, thank you for buying pizza, Jeff. That's very, very nice of you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You know, when you come to Meat Fest, I'll buy all the meat.
You do that.
All you can eat.
All I can eat, huh?
And then I'll also have a special cigar for you. Like this last one, I got a cigar for Kevin. He didn't show up. I got a cigar for you. You didn't show up.
I told you I wasn't going to show up because we had my granddaughter's birthday.
Yeah, I still got a cigar. So I can smoke it later.
Well, as soon as he called for it, I'm like, wait a minute! Wait a minute! inside jokes that are just for you and me. Great. Nobody else out there probably got it at all, right. But it's funny to you and me. That's all right. Perfect. Good enough.
Good morning, Tom Martino Show. Okay. What's going on with your house generally?
Good.
Okay. Okay. Okay, what's your name? Keith, Keith. All right, hang on for me, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Here, Tom.
Hold on.
You're right. His loss.
Oh my God.
Now the cripple guy that's about to get a piece of pizza, you just closed the box on him.
No, he hasn't. Oh my God.
I was going to get second.
Right, exactly. Hey!
There you are.
Kelly was very worried you weren't going to get any pizza.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not going to happen.
And the conversation continues.
I listen to you every day.
On Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Okay, so Keith has a problem with irrigation. What's going on, Keith? This sounds very interesting. Are you there, Keith?
Hello, Tom?
Yes, sir. What's happening?
Hey, so last June 24, we had a landslide. We live on the top of a hill. We had a landslide that blew out our hillside.
God.
Directly below my shop. We moved out.
Did it do any structural damage?
Well, at the moment, it did not. It did expose the entire one side of my foundation of the shop.
Can you explain this to me? Is your lot on a slope or a hill?
Right, we're on top of a hill in a slope out the back. Yeah.
Okay, now, was it raining or was there anything that caused this, or did all of a sudden it just start, or was it a slow process over time? How exactly did this happen? You gave a date to it, so it actually all happened like on one day?
Yeah, all at once. My wife and I had been at our house, and we left.
How long have you lived there?
About 20 years.
Okay, 20 years. And all of a sudden, a bunch of dirt. I mean, what, did it roll all the way down the hill, or did it just do a sinkhole?
Oh, yeah.
It rolled all the way down the hill.
Yeah, it went all the way out, and went clear down the hill, went down across another road at the bottom of the hill. Yeah, it literally blew out, 42 feet deep.
Holy crap!
Where is this?
Keith, you got to hold on, man. We're going into a break, but you have to hold on. This is incredible, and I want to hear about it. and I want to explore insurance as well. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. A major landslide and more coming up. What the fuck is that all about? 42 feet. Do you know how deep that is?
Right. A foot longer than 41.
Are they gone already?
Yeah, it's a shocker. After 20 years of living there. I'll check. I can dig around. Oh, great. Thank you. It's very nice. Right.
Ever since my year, my chemo, and all that, I've lost my taste for bread.
I can't do that from where I'm at. I won't be back to the shop until about 2:30.
No, I used to not eat it. But I like bread. I have found myself after chemo not liking carbs as much as I used to.
Okay.
I like.
Actually, I can't meet. I can do stuff over the phone, but I got my grandkids this weekend. So. Good problem to have.
What if it's like a really nice pasta, like handmade pasta from like a authentic Italian restaurant?
Well, I mean, how much is it?
I expected it to go make it the longest one, so then everybody can try and say, hey, Trump's had the 2 longest shutdowns, which would have
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll have to figure out something, obviously.
You know,
Okay.
I'm getting a sense. I don't know the Trump, but I'm just getting a sense that Trump is way a lot of popularity.
He has nothing to do with it.
He doesn't. The Democrats have a much better method of.
Well, they also have the media.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, there's only 2 channels versus, 7 or 8.
That sounds fair enough.
There is truly a Trump
Okay. So yeah, we'll hook it up. So you want to do this tomorrow then?
It just baffles me how many people are obsessed with it. I mean, fucking obsessed with it.
Yeah, people are still actively getting pizza. You close the box.
Well, because it keeps it warm. No, thank you. I'm good.
I'll get one of those people after everybody else. I'm good. Take your too long.
And you better close the box.
Dimitri just finished getting his slice. Tom was in line to get his slice, and Kelly just barges right in and throws some elbows and goes, close the box!
Well, it's good to have a order.
This poor guy with the landslide. His whole option or his whole reason for calling was he wants to know if he has like a lawsuit against the irrigation company.
He may.
Yeah, I mean,
If he can trace it to them, I want to get Public insurance on.
okay.
Just for background. I'm really curious about it.
Probably okay isn't okay.
That's not okay. It's not okay.
No world is not okay. Buzz driving is drunk driving. I'm brought to you by Mensa and
Uh-oh. He's available.
Rotating cast of characters. Got Caldera, Deborah Flora, Sagenberger.
Kevin, do you happen to remember just off the top of your head where that pressure relief valve is, or the ventilation valve, the PCV?
Well, it's got to have a vacuum source.
Mm-hmm.
So you can usually trace it from the intake somewhere.
Yeah, it should be directly connected to the intake manifold, or the air, the air intake at some point.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders. Eli Manning here. We're talking about football. King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Yours is 07.
07. The big 4.6 liter V8. Do you know what kind of gas mileage I get on it?
What?
It's in the 20s. In my town car.
So where's your 4Runner?
Oh, it's parked downtown. I rented a parking spot in the neighboring building. So that would be my...
Got a crackhead living in the back?
No, it's a high security building. There shouldn't be any crackheads. I don't want any meth.
Is it hard to find a parking space?
No. I know a guy who owns a bunch of parking spots in a building about 2 blocks away. It's a residential building, so I rented one from him.
So you drive your town car most of the time?
Yeah. Until the
winter. Snow?
Until the snow.
Will it do all right in snow?
Oh, no. I don't intend to even find out. It's a rear-wheel drive car. It's super heavy, and it's got these, highway cruiser Michelins on it. So I don't intend to use it even in the rain. I'm kind of worried about the battery in that car. I haven't started it in like a month.
Hey, it's Dan. Join me today at 4. We'll dive into the latest craziness from D.C. and from the loony left right here in Colorado, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it. Join me at 4.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. If you want a shower conversion for $89.95, renewhomeinnovations.com. Plus, they're offering the lowest price guarantee on any replacement of a furnace, AC, or water heater, or any major component of your home. The guaranteed lowest price, renewhomeinnovations.com, 303-904-2000. I love giving deals to consumers, people. So be listening for that. We're making a big push on our sponsors to have the guaranteed lowest prices. And, it's just wonderful. By the way, how would you like to have a landslide at your house that left a 42-foot deep trench or ditch? That is almost impossible to believe. Keith, this dirt, were you home when it happened, or did you just come home and find it?
So we had been there about 15 minutes before it happened, and when we left...
Did it make a noise?
Oh, I guess it was tremendous, apparently, according to the neighbors.
Okay, so this dirt comes out from around your garage, right?
Correct.
It goes down the hill, and when you say it's 42 feet deep, how wide is it?
Probably 80 feet, roughly.
What? 80 feet wide, 42 foot down?
It's huge. Yeah.
Did it expose wires and pipes and utilities?
No, nothing other than what was going from my house to my shop. It, of course, pulled the wires and whatnot out of the ground there.
So this was in your shop. Okay. So are you in the country, like on big lots?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. How much is it costing you to put this all back together?
We're looking at roughly, give or take, $400,000.
What? Wait a minute. What does 400,000? Where do you spend 400,000 on this?
Well, we've had it engineered to be repaired, and in order to put in a drain to accommodate any future water, and then bring all that dirt back in and rebuild the hill.
Is your shop structurally damaged?
It has settled in the back of it. It's been condemned by the county.
The whole shop. So does it have to be rebuilt, or can it be refurbished?
Well, if they can put the hillside back, it'll be fine at that point.
Okay, so you got engineers. You have engineers and everyone else involved, right?
Right. And the bigger problem is this is now 20 feet from the corner.
Wait, you're cutting out a bit. What were you saying?
Sorry.
Say that again.
So this is 22 feet from the corner of our house. So we've been out of our house since this happened.
Now, why are you out of your house?
Because the house is sitting on the edge of this 42-foot drop-off now.
You said it's 22 feet away from that drop-off?
Correct.
And you're afraid at any time that could go too?
Yeah.
Have you consulted your homeowner's insurance?
We did. They, on day 2 after this happening, our local agent filed a claim, and they immediately denied it.
Because it's earth movement, and earth movement isn't covered. Kind of like like an earthquake. They're considering it like an earthquake, right?
That's correct.
And that doesn't cover that. Otherwise known as diastrophism. They just do not. That's what it's known as in their policies, that they don't cover. What I need to know, though, if you're out of your house and all of this, what are you? I mean, whose fault is it? Did it just happen? How did this happen?
Well, we originally linked it to irrigation on the farm next to us.
Now, what do you mean? What do you mean linked it to irrigation?
Well, because the water only runs during irrigation season out of this new crater. Once irrigation season ends, the water stops.
But how does that water come? Does that water go through your property?
No. We border some hay fields that are flood irrigated.
Yes. And did you have an engineer tell you that the water somehow caused this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Tell me how it happened. How did the water on a hayfield go over to your property and cause that?
Well, so we've had a water engineer and geologist look at it. The ground where it's flood irrigated is just so saturated that it goes down and probably is reaching what would be a natural aquifer, and then of course overfilling it. And it found an escape route. It probably had been leaking into that area for quite a while.
So it came over, it leached over to your property and caused this slippage of earth.
Yeah.
It must have been happening for years.
Well, yeah, that's what we don't know.
Okay, now my obvious question, have you contacted the farm next to you?
Yes.
What do they say?
And they claim it's not the irrigation off of their fields. It could be coming from, a leaking ditch several miles up the road. It could be anything but this coming off of this field.
Oh God, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. So you are going to have to sue the farmer, but does the farmer have the wherewithal? Is this a big corporate farm, a family farm? What kind of farm are we talking?
No, it's a family farm.
So do they even have the wherewithal? Do they even have the wherewithal to pay you damages?
They probably, yeah, I'm guessing so. I don't, yes.
Have they lawyered up?
We've spoke to an attorney and got in a couple other engineers involved, and they all tell us that because it came, and the Department of Water came and looked at us, they all say because it happened underground, there's nothing really they can do, because if it were their irrigation water that came over the top and caused it, of course they would be liable, but because it came from underneath, everybody seems to think we may never prove that it was their water, other than every time the irrigation season ends, the water stops.
Well, the water stops, but when you say the water stops, how do you know the water stops underneath your property? How do you know that?
Well, once it blew out, now there's basically a creek that runs.
Oh, so you can see, oh, wait a minute. So you can see that as soon as they stop their irrigation, as soon as it stops.
Yeah, last year.
Okay.
About 2 weeks after they stopped irrigating, the water running out of our newly formed creek in this massive crater stopped.
Isn't there a way of testing water to see if it's the same source water or not?
I'm sure there is.
I don't know what to tell you about the burden of proof, but you've talked to an attorney who basically said you may never be able to prove it.
Yeah.
Where does that leave you? What happens now if you can't get an attorney to assure you of you're going to have to pay for an attorney anyway. They're not going to do this on contingency. And then you're going to have to hope you can make your proof. And then you're going to have to hope that after making your proof that the other party doesn't just bankrupt out of it. There are this might be all on you. Do you have the financial wherewithal to survive it?
Obviously take out another mortgage on my place to rebuild all this.
But what would prevent it from happening again? If you rebuild, are you going to have to divert that water?
Yeah, so the current plan would be that they would put in basically a huge French drain that would keep that water moving forever, but not to say it may not go, further down the hill either direction.
God, this is terrible. I don't know what to tell you, Keith. I would recommend a lawsuit and all of that, but then again, looking back at it, your own attorney or people you've consulted said you may not be able to prove it. And really, why do we say you may not be able to prove it? You won't be able to prove it. How are you going? Is there any other water that you can trace around your property? Any other source of water?
No.
Where does their irrigation come from?
It starts at a lake.
Is it an irrigation ditch? Is it an irrigation ditch?
It is.
What about the ditch company?
Tom, wouldn't they be able to, if there was any kind of pesticide or agricultural insect repellent that was put in the water, that would distinguish it as irrigation runoff, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but they're saying it could be another farm. What about the ditch company? Isn't there a ditch company and many times that run these ditches?
There is, yes.
Have you what did the attorney say about going after the ditch company?
It was kind of the same scenario as because it's not coming over the top, we can't really pin it to them either.
Did they recommend against the lawsuit?
One attorney did, and the second one was somewhat reluctant, but said they would take it.
How much did they say you'd have to put up as a retainer?
I honestly don't recall what it was. We'd already paid them to do some work because we course, hired them to go after our insurance company to see if we could shake something out.
Yeah, but your insurance could eat this. It is so clearly not covered by insurance. I mean, it's an actual exclusion, earth movement. Didn't an attorney tell you that?
That's what I've learned.
Yeah. You know, your insurance company's not going to pay anything. That's crazy. So what are you going to do? I mean, you told us a story that's terrible. What were you? Let me ask you this, real quick, because I have to take this break. What were you hoping we could do for you? Because I mean, obviously, God, we have much sympathy for you, and we have a lot of experts available. But our experts would only be there to say, yes, you're right, the insurance won't cover it. And then our engineers would say it's probably untraceable. Water is one of the worst things to trace. What were you hoping to hear?
Well, I was kind of hoping that you'd say, we ran into this before and this is what came of it.
Right.
That's what I was hoping.
We haven't ever heard of this much damage from an adjacent irrigation ditch at all. But if you do go after defendants, you're going to have to go after the farmer and the ditch company for sure. And I don't know if it's up to you to figure out. I mean, the ditch company, I would think, would be liable for keeping the ditch water in the ditch. And where else would water be coming from? Even if it's not coming from that farmer, we know it's coming from the ditch. But I don't know. Do you put good money after bad, or do you just go ahead and use the money to just fix up your property and move on? It's one of the worst scenarios I've ever heard. Hold on.
Good God. That is terrifying.
Can you imagine if you had a place in the country and this happened?
You know, but at least they weren't home. At least they weren't standing on that fucking hill when it went down.
I wonder if he's a gentleman farmer, too. Maybe he can help him out.
And his house is 22 feet from it. We got to see pictures of this thing.
That's amazing.
Did you say what state this was in?
I think it's right here. Vestera Turnkey. Those are the people that make you landlords. They help you become a landlord by helping you identify properties in hot markets where equity is strong, and then resale is strong, and rents are strong. So I want you to go to a seminar and find out more. MyBiggestReturn.com is where you sign up. It's on the 15th of this month. So why don't you take a Saturday morning and come and see us. I'll be there with Barry Miller, and he'll be talking about the Vestera Turnkey Way, where they help you identify a property, buy the property, manage the property, rent the property, and then sell the property, all under their watchful eye, like your nanny. MyBiggestReturn.com to find out more. MyBiggestReturn.com. Great Western Buildings is truly a factory direct to you for steel buildings. So many salespeople in this industry lie about being from the factory. You can depend on Great Western. They have a factory in Grand Junction, Colorado, employing many, many people and serving all 50 states. 100% American steel, guaranteed for life. If you need a warehouse, a garage, a riding arena, an airplane hangar, a shop, a warehouse, any kind, a garage, any kind of metal building, GreatWesternBuildings.com, truly direct from the factory to the consumer. GreatWesternBuildings.com.
So, Tom, you have any idea who's going to take the early slot that Michael's leaving? I know they're in a bunch.
They're trying to get a bunch of people. I have no idea. It affects us directly. Lead-in is very important to a show. So we're going to go through some rough time while they're doing this. One of the reasons phone calls are weird with us is because Mike Brown doesn't take phone calls.
Right.
People are not, it's funny, but when Peter and I would do the show, we would be slammed. Mike has a different kind of show. It's a good show, but it wasn't a great lead-in for us.
Right.
But so whatever they do, I hope has more synergistic energy and
takes callers, right?
Yeah, you got to include the audience.
Does Ryan take callers?
No.
No?
I think they're all trying this model where they just talk, and I don't know. It's hard.
I don't think Leland took callers either, did he?
No.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you, really.
What'd you say?
Dan takes calls.
Yeah. I like shows that take callers, I think.
I agree with you.
I don't think he's going to have any luck here. I got texted by one of my attorneys.
We see you've been there 20 years?
Something like that.
We don't think anything like that.
God, no kidding.
Be out front playing catch with the kids.
Oh, terrifying.
It's amazing.
Hello, is this Laura? Laura, hi, this is Kelly from the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. Hi, I just received your email regarding the issue with your neighbor and their tree. And I do have one open line, and Tom is available to talk. Just might take a few minutes on hold. So I'm going to go ahead and place you on hold, forward him the information you sent, and he'll be with you as soon as possible, okay?
Does anybody want coffee, soda, water?
Correct. Yes, you're very clear. Hold on. Uh-huh.
Wasn't that an ugly win?
King's Wine. There's nothing like it.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
All right, I've been conversing by email and text with an attorney, Keith. One of my attorneys was saying, even if you go through the incredible length to try to prove source and you find someone liable, they can simply bankrupt out of it. Keith, you might just be in a position where you have to take out a loan, fix up your house, and move on. I can't. There's no magic strategy here. In fact, you don't have deep pockets anywhere. A ditch company doesn't have deep pockets, and the farmer doesn't. So you're not going to get an attorney on contingency either. My guy said no one will take this on contingency. So, goodness gracious. If you want to send us photos, I'd love to see them. I have one other attorney I can check with, but the bad news is, bottom line, I don't think there's much we can do for you on the legal end. Walter has a question. Yeah. Go ahead, Walter. Welcome to the show. What's going on, Walter?
Yeah, I was called about these ads on TV and radio about LifeLock and HomeLock.
Right. LifeLock and HomeLock. LifeLock supposed to help you with identity theft. HomeLock is supposed to help you secure your title to your home, and they don't do neither of them. All LifeLock does is alert you to someone using your name or social security number or something like that. Credit freezes do just as well. All LifeLock does is make you aware. They don't do anything they don't represent you legally, and it's not an insurance. And HomeLock does nothing except let you know somebody recorded something against your home. You still have to go through the legal maneuvering to have it removed. HomeLock just doesn't do it. They're just a monitoring service. And most counties right now offer that free of charge.
Okay. I had called last week about the scammers calling on phone and whatnot, and I played it back on my answering machine.
Yes.
And I looked in the area code and whatnot, and it was 714. That's out of Los Angeles.
So don't worry about it. I mean, just sign up with your county to be alerted.
Can I play it back to you? And
yeah, go ahead.
Think about it? Okay.
Message 1. It's Wednesday, and I'm calling about your pre-qualified $36,000 personal loan offer. This is the final.
That's just a solicitation call. That's all that is.
Please call me back
Walter.
At
Walter.
714-5025.
Okay, I'll put him on hold right now. That's all. That's just a solicitation call. Walter, listen, man.
502.
All right, I'm going to move on to another caller. Tell Walter not to worry about it. Robert. What's going on with you, Robert? Welcome to the show.
He's fine.
Yeah, what's going on, Robert?
I purchased a Sportsman Warehouse gift card for my son.
What kind of warehouse? Sportsman's Warehouse. Got it. Okay.
From a third-party retailer. And when my son went to use it, there was no balance on the card. And I called the Sportsman's Warehouse, and because it wasn't purchased at their store, they can't help me. So
yeah, because they didn't steal it. Someone else did. Where did you buy the card?
I bought it at the Safeway grocery store in Superior.
What happened was somebody probably hacked the card, and as soon as it was charged, they used it. And that is a very common scam right now with gift cards. Sportsman's Warehouse has nothing at all to do with it. They have nothing. They just happen to sell a card that was hacked, but it's happening all over the place. How much was it for?
$100.
Yeah. You know, I will tell you that about 30% of all gift cards are pre-hacked, waiting for someone to buy them, meaning that somehow the scammers have access to it, either by scraping it and putting the white label back on or by finding out the number. Then they go on and they register for it. And as soon as you activate it, it's zero. And they haven't come up with a way not to do it yet, unless you do an electronic card. Robert, you can't make Sportsman's Warehouse honor it. That's the problem. They just won't honor it because to them, they didn't receive the money. Or they did, by the way, but they got it from someone else.
I asked them if they could trace where it was redeemed. They couldn't help me with that.
No, because they can't. The gift card scenario's out. If I was anyone, I would not buy a gift card. There's just nothing you can do about it, Robert. You just got ripped off. It's as if you dropped a $100 bill at the store and somebody picked it up and used it. That's what they're doing. Now, somebody mentioned that they went after a retailer for being negligent for not watching their gift cards better. I mean, you could try a small claims court against the store that sold you the card saying that they were not vigilant enough and they did not keep an eye on the card. Therefore, it costs you money. I think they have to start locking these cards up. I mean, really, anyone can, you can look at these cards all day long. They scrape it off. They get the number. Sometimes they don't even put the white stripe back on. They just let you buy it. And make sure when you when you buy a gift card, I wouldn't buy one. If you're going to buy one, though, I would do it electronically. But if you have to buy one at a store for some reason, look at the back and make sure and compare it. Compare about 5 or 6 or 7 cards and make sure the card that you pick has not been touched or altered or doesn't look weird in any way. That's
Hey,
all.
Tom,
that's all I can tell you.
Does a Visa or MasterCard, will they give you back the money?
No.
Even they won't?
No, because you didn't pay by Visa or MasterCard. I mean, even if you did. Okay, so you're saying if you paid for the gift card on a Visa, can you contest the charge? I don't know. Maybe you can.
Yes,
maybe you can. Maybe you can say, they sold me a bum card. I'm not going to pay for it.
Or just buy, what I'm saying is buy a Visa card. Can you, because they do have prepaid.
No, I know. They have prepaid Visa cards.
Right.
But they run the same risk. All gift cards run the same risk of being hacked. They really do, whether it's a Visa or not. But I like the idea that if you did buy it with a Visa or a credit card, maybe contesting that charge saying...
Can he check with Safeway, though? Will Safeway help him in any way? Because he did pay them.
Did you go back to the store where you bought it, Robert, and ask them to pay you? Huh? I'm having problems. Yeah, he's disconnecting. All right, Laura, I'm going to check your mail. You sent me an email, and I'll come right back to you and more. 303-713-8255.
Laura, you there? Okay, we're going to come right back to you, okay? Hold on.
No, but what I was saying, instead of giving someone a gift card to a particular store, give them a prepaid Visa card, and maybe Visa would reimburse them for the amount of the card.
I'm not sure I understand you.
Well, at the very least, he should have gotten one of those little receipts that say you charged it.
He bought a gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse, right?
That's right.
So instead of buying a gift card to Sportsman's Warehouse, if he gave his son a $100 Visa prepaid card, would Visa then refund the money to him?
I don't know. But I don't think it would be any different than any other gift card that was hacked. I don't think they would because they didn't get the money.
But even though it was hacked, though, that's the thing. Yeah.
It was just a thought.
No, I get you.
I don't think they would. No, because it wasn't anything to do with Visa. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney that believes in personal attention. In fact, when you're hurt in an accident and you're calling around checking with attorneys, he's the only one that will talk to you up front. You can talk to him. Decide if you want to use him or not. Ask your questions. He'll be happy to talk to you. No other attorney does that. If you decide to use him, you still get personal access after that, and it's no out of pocket. It's on a percentage fee basis. And he gives you his personal cell phone, honest to God, that you can call or text at any time. Notice the difference with John Fuller at 303-597-4500. Someone who will talk to you up front and then maintain personal communications through the entire case. 303-597-4500.
Here's what it is.
I still buy gift cards like at Costco because you can get $100 if you a restaurant you want to go to anyway. You get $100 worth of gift cards for $75.
What? Yeah. And you do that at Costco?
Yeah, but they come in a sealed envelope.
Okay, that's another thing we should mention: sealed envelopes, because they can't.
Yeah, they're not hanging on a board. You got to go and then they'll pull them out. So by the time you do that, you get your credit card points and this and that and this and
75%.
Depending on certain ones, yeah.
That's awesome. That's really great.
Yeah. During the holidays, they'll have different ones for different restaurants or different,
Now let me ask you a question. Let's say you took one of those cards that were hanging on the,
Yeah, it's like Safeway and King Soopers has the whole tree of them. Yeah.
So you go up to the cashier and you say, "Can you tell me how much is on this card?" Can they do that without?
I don't know.
I mean, because if they could do that without charging the card, that would be a simple way to combat it. Do you know, Tom, if they can do that?
Do what?
Okay,
They can check the balance on
so
the card.
you buy one of the cards, you go to the cashier and you say, Can you check to see how much is on his card without?
Right when you buy it.
Yeah.
You have to charge it up first, because when you buy it is when you charge
When
it
you
up.
scan it or
And then that's when they're notified.
So you can't.
Well, you can, but it may not be
It probably
accurate.
shows the balance there.
Oh.
And then it'll be used within the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's terrible the way they do
Yeah.
it. They're standing by ready. I mean, it's well organized.
I can't read it. What does it say? It does say that?
Found that years ago.
That's hilarious.
1971.
Wait, did he really do that?
No, but that's what caught my eye. I'm like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me? I thought it was going to say like Martinez or something.
That's
like,
pretty
oh,
cool.
it was 1971.
Did you find out while hunting one day?
Yep.
Oh, they're a pair of them. Okay, so it's 50 and 50. Dude, 21% off. 20% off. That's awesome. Plus you get another percent or two from the charge card you used to buy it. And you can use the company credit card.
And then it's toilet paper or whatever you want to call it.
Nice. Not bad. That's a great
A lot of them are e-cards now, too.
Oh, you just get
a
a...
physical card, but you get a card sent to your phone.
Oh, that's even safer.
Yeah.
That's the safe way of doing it.
But it's hard to gift an e-card.
Yes.
Not hard, but just you have to.
Hey, let me text you your Christmas gift.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never been to Outback.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah, I heard really good. What did he get for a ribeye steak over there?
I haven't been there in a while. But I think a ribeye anywhere's got to start about $40.
Yeah.
Even the cheaper places.
I miss Red Lobster. I haven't been there since high school.
Been a few.
I think the one over by my house is still
Okay, so Schumer wants a 1-year Obamacare credit extension.
Where's your house?
over.
Oh, way up in the mountains.
No, not that. So our house is low, so kind of over by Southwest Plaza Mall.
It was a disaster
Okay.
from
Jim.
Jim. Yeah.
I think it's still open.
Oh, interesting. I might go there on my next carbohydrate day. Red Lobster. I haven't been there since prom. Senior prom.
Britain?
Red Lobster.
I've never been a fan.
I told you to stop cruising the freaking high school for days.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Okay, Laura, you sent some pictures on the email. I saw it and I read it, but I want you to explain what's going on. You live next door to a couple, right? In their 70s or 60s or whatever, right? In their 60s, and they're not healthy. Explain what's going on. There you go, Laura. Sorry.
My daughter.
Yeah, go ahead.
My daughter lives in the rental, so a family member lives there. And we're friends with the people across the fence who own this tree. It's a large cottonwood, and it's dying really quickly. And they don't have the means to have it taken out. I've talked to them a lot over the summer. Didn't offer to pay $1,000 towards it coming down. We think it might be $5,000 or $6,000 to get it down.
Are you kidding me? It could be that much?
Well, it's over a power line, and it's over structures, and, you know, those get pricey in a hurry. It's a big tree. And we can't pay for all of it. It's not our tree. But we'd rather help them than have it land on something we own. But they don't seem to have any money towards it. They haven't made any forward progress. They haven't called any estimates, no tree guys. They've just done nothing all summer. And then this week, a couple days ago, they got a code enforcement letter from the city of Loveland saying that they had a court date. And I assume that's going to be announcing a lien on their house and that the city will have the tree taken down.
And that might be, unfortunately, that might be the best option they have. And just so you know, they're not going to put them out of their home. They're not. They're going to do what you said. They're going to take the tree down. They're going to put a lien on the house. And then these people can make small monthly payments to try to chisel away at that lien. Do they own their home free and clear?
That I don't know, but I think they might.
Then that's going to be the way to go. Or they take out a loan on the house or a reverse loan. And if they get a reverse mortgage, they can get extra money if they need it or just get enough to do the tree. But that's what they're going to have to do. There is no one. I mean, the reverse loan to me is a great idea because at their age, okay, they're not going to get 50%, but they might get 30 or 40%. And if it's paid for, that would give them some extra money. They don't have to pay it back at all. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And
that's a pretty good idea.
CMG Mortgage does those. He's a good guy.
Is that John Clace's company?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
CMG Mortgage. Okay,
yeah, I'm trying to find their number right here. CMG Financial. I know where you can go to their website, partnerinlending.com. Partnerinlending.com.
Lending.com. Got it.
Okay, now, also, if you want, and what they could do is a reverse loan, and really, if it was only to remove that tree, they wouldn't need much at all. They might be forced to take more money, but they can do it on a line of credit, which means they get a line of credit, let's say, for $100,000. They use what they can for the house, for the tree. The rest can stay in a line of credit, and they don't have to. It doesn't accrue against them interest-wise because they're not using it yet, but it's there for emergencies. And tell them they never have to pay it back. They won't lose their home, and it just sits there. And if they ever have to leave, they simply have to pay it off like any loan. But it sits there until they do, until they're going to leave. But
that might be the good.
Okay, that's the first suggestion. The one that you had about you paying $1,000 toward it, and then they doing what? They pay nothing, or they pay?
Yeah, I don't think they have anything to pay. That would be more. I'm more just poking around to know if you know any tree companies that might do a philanthropy for a veteran.
Okay, I know of companies. I know of companies that would do it if it wasn't. Now remember, if this is going to be a $5,000 or $6,000 job, if it's that big of a tree, it has nothing to do with their philanthropic nature or their charitableness. It has to do with practicality. I mean, they'd have to take days and days to do this. But I do have some you can check with. In fact, I have one that he's a very good person. I'm not saying he'll do it, but it's called.
I can ask.
But I still think he might give you a reduction if this woman can get a reverse loan. Now, she may not like the idea of a reverse loan, but then you let the city put a lien on it and do it. You let the city do it because the city will not foreclose on that house. They will let it sit there, and it's going to accrue interest, but it will sit there. And then I think what you do is you have them pay toward it. But are you on speaking terms with them?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
We're friends. Yeah,
okay.
This hasn't caused any problems. I'm just trying to help them. They don't seem to know what to do other than panic.
Well, a reverse loan may help them because it'll give them an emergency line of credit for the future. Because I can't imagine them using a lot of it for the tree. Even if it's $5,000 or $6,000, that's very small. They'd have a lot left in that line of credit to use in the future for an emergency. And
that would be awesome for them.
Now, here's Mr. Green Jeans, who we use at our house, and they're great people. You may just want to ask him about the tree, and they might, I don't know what they'll do, but just ask them because they're good people. 303-426-4945.
Okay, 303-426-4945, Mr.
Right.
Green Jeans. Thank you.
And then try partnerinlending.com for the reverse loan.
south, aren't you? Like in the Parker area?
No, I want to be down south. I'm currently in downtown Denver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like the one over by me is open. There's one on East Alameda.
Oh, I'm not going to East Alameda. It's going to be like a Chuck E. Cheese in there. I want to take a date out there too, in my town car.
Chuck E. Cheese. God, I'm so glad the kids are out of that age. God. Not even a pizza's not even good. You know, the kids don't care though. They just want tokens.
Yeah, of course.
You could put ketchup on a piece of cardboard, it'd be better than a freaking pizza. But they're running around, bouncing, making all sorts of stuff. It makes you want to take that little plastic knife they give you.
Joseph A. Lazare is a criminal defense attorney. I hope you never need him, but this is the time of year that many people get into trouble. Drinking after work, having parties, going to holiday things. And here's the deal. Don't drink and drive. That's the easiest thing, right? Don't try to calculate. Get a designated driver. But having said all of that, there are still people that are going to run into trouble. And if you need an attorney, don't ever shop under pressure. Joe Lazaro will always do initial consultations free of charge. And then he will give you a flat rate for your entire case so you know what to expect up front. Joseph A. Lazara, Lazzara, 303-429-6200. That's 303-429-6200.
So, Ford offered me 6 or 8 different part numbers for spark plugs.
Mm-hmm.
And they all say this one fits your vehicle.
Yep.
How the hell do I know?
There's different heat ranges. There's different, metals. There's different.
Well, which one do I need?
That's you got to do. Maybe you can find a couple videos on that.
I found videos on changing plugs, but not on choosing plugs.
Well,
which one would you? I mean, if I brought it in,
I like the Iridium. I mean, they're much more expensive, but it's.
Oh, these are all $3 to $4 spark plugs.
How much?
A lot of them are $3 to $4. So they're all.
So many different flavors?
That's my question, and I can add them all to my card.
Yeah, like, what's the difference?
Yeah, that's my question. How do I know which of those 6 to 8 options that Ford offered me to choose? They're all Motorcraft.
That's weird.
I don't think it matters.
Well,
what about brands of spark plugs?
Yeah, Kevin said I should stick with Motorcraft.
Well, if you
Why?
can.
Because that was
It's just-
original.
I like to stay with the OE platforms.
Yeah, I just followed his advice, and but the Ford website.
Now they're showing. See, like the 104 is the base number,
Mm-hmm.
and then the copper, platinum, iridium adds a letter to the 104.
Oh, but you're not at Ford.
No, but this is the Autolite. Or
What are those,
Motorcraft. That's the OE plug. Is this one?
What are those called?
What's that?
Batteries you
Spark
put?
plugs.
What?
Spark plugs.
Oh, spark plugs.
So I'm only showing just the one option in Motorcraft. I'm not showing multiple.
And that's the one you would just automatically click on and order.
If I was, yeah.
Dude, you can buy them a lot cheaper at Ford. I mean, if your cost is $5.99
for the Motorcraft.
Yeah, they're like $3 something.
Okay.
At Ford. You want me to tell you what they're called?
Well, no, but the part number I'm showing is SP405 X-ray.
Spark.
Because that's pre-Iridium, so it should just be a platinum plug, the OE plug.
How many miles on that car?
84. I put 500,000 on it.
You think so?
Oh, guaranteed.
It's a Ford. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a 4.6.
These are legendarily reliable automobiles.
Yeah, that's why driver returns on foot. Ford spelled backward.
Well, signature. Okay, so here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6 choices. So Which number did you say?
SP 405X.
Okay, one more time, please.
SP 405X. That's the main.
Oh yeah, here it is. 538. Oh, that's the second most. Oh, there are two of them. SP 405X.
Yep.
SP. Oh, that's 493. Okay. So this is, but and that's going to be copper, right? I can tell just by the price. It's only $5 for a platinum.
Each week, I'm calling up my friends like Bill Nye, Lily Sings, and Peter to talk about everything from the space race to psychedelics.
How come it's so inexpensive? I'm used to like $12, $15, $18 platinum plugs.
No, that's the iridium plugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Platinum used to be much more expensive.
BOE is platinum.
Please come with us because you don't know how much we love you guys.
Starting Monday.
I'm very excited about it.
Over on KOA.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Okay, so I see a guy who has a trailer out front of his house on the street and has a boot on it. I say, that poor son of a bum. Got his trailer booted. Next day, I go and I see another one, a trailer down the street from him, has a boot on it. And I'm thinking there must be a lot of people putting boots on trailers. So I finally got curious because I saw that his trailer had been moved, but it still had a boot on it. And I wondered, how did he move it? What do you think I found out?
He's putting it there for his own safety, keep it from getting stolen.
That's exactly right. They're using private boots. In fact, they're all over the neighborhood. People are booting their own vehicle in order to keep it from being stolen, especially when it comes to a trailer. Because with a trailer, anyone can pull up, hook up to it, and take off.
Yeah, real easy.
So that is, to me, that's ingenious. So he's got the trailer out front of his house. He comes home from work and puts a boot on it.
It probably still has a hitch lock on it, too, I would assume.
What is the hitch lock?
It goes on the hitch. You actually lock the hitch itself up.
Okay, yeah, for sure. And more and more trailers, I looked it up, they're almost an invitation to steal. It's not if they're going to be stolen, but when they're going to be stolen. I mean, people are pretty damn bold. I mean, they pull up and pull a trailer away. And that's really easy. Now, are hitch locks easily defeated? They must be.
Depending
the guy
on the
has
hitch lock. Some of them are, but the majority of them are pretty tough.
Okay, so in any case, we mentioned gift cards, and somebody brought up sealed gift cards, and Kevin also did, and then somebody texted me, and that's really important. I said, do not buy gift cards unless they're electronic online that you can, give to a QR code to your friend, but they are now, some of them, putting gift cards in sealed packages. Now, even a sealed package can be unsealed and resealed, but not very easily, especially the ones where you have to tear it open or you have to, the little rip cord. So if you're going to buy at the store a gift card, do not buy these gift cards that are sticky glued to a card or just hanging there. Anything that gives you access to the back of that gift card is susceptible to hacking. And the way they do it, somebody asked, well, I don't understand. How do they do it? They get the number off the back of the card. And then they activate it, but don't use it. And they get notified when it's activated by you. And they use the money that you load onto it almost immediately. Now, there's way more to it than I just explained, but that's the basics of it. They scrape it, get the number, go online, and I guess they don't actually activate it, but they go online and start an account and then wait for it to be loaded. Then they use it immediately. And they reseal. There are ways, and there are even YouTube videos on this where people show you how it's done, where they reseal the card with not reseal it, but cover up the number again with some whiteout or something similar to that. So you think it's a fresh card, and it's not. So be careful of that. Make sure that the cards are in sealed packages only. All right, we have another hour to go on the Troubleshooter Show. If you have a car question, problem, or complaint, give us a call. I also have some here that have been texted to me I'll get to. So remember, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466, or 303-713-TALK.
The holidays are approaching. The way to get around it, Tom, very easy. What I do, I have the company send me a gift certificate.
Yeah.
So if he wanted $100 at Sportsman, go online and they'll mail you a gift certificate.
Yeah.
Because Eric's birthday, we're celebrating it tonight, so I got him a gift certificate.
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said buy them online.
Yeah, an e-card. Yeah.
No, an actual gift certificate from the store.
They send out hard gift certificates now?
Well, they'll send you one, you just have it printed.
That's why they call them e-card.
What?
That's why they call them e-card.
Oh, is that what it is? But it's an actual...
I know. Yeah, but you don't have a physical credit card. You go online, you can either forward that, they can download
Right.
it, or you print it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's the e-card.
Or when are they going to vote?
Of course they're going to vote. Now the election is over. They held it hostage.
Can you guys think of a reason I smelled an ammonia smell from another car's exhaust one day?
Ammonia?
Yeah, not sulfur, but actual ammonia.
What would that be from?
That's what, yeah.
Like a Mini-Maid or something?
You know, it was a van.
It could have been a maid.
I wonder if I just smelled the ammonia cleaner leaking in. But I looked it up. There's no ammonia in gasoline. None of the additives are ammonia.
Gazimpeg.
My review window is about to close. This is Luna from the care team is calling me. My review window is going to close. Better take care of this urgent matter. You should probably click on the link right now.
Yes. And put in your bank account PIN number so they can make sure it's actually you.
Lately I've been getting a lot of stuff from HR and payroll at kimmertrans.com.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even answer my cell phone anymore.
No, this is
only
I'm getting emails.
scam calls.
I'm getting emails from my HR department and my PR department, or my payroll department.
Well, you better tell them to get back to work.
Right?
I get the same little guy calls me every other day about the contract expiring on my girlfriend's Subaru.
I'm getting also a lot of fake DocuSign ones.
Yep.
Oh, man. That's scary.
Oh, yeah. No, I just...
Yeah. Oh, of course, yeah.
I keep the ringer on. Seriously. I don't even know if my ringer works anymore. And people are like, I tried to call you. Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
If you're not in my phone, I don't care.
Hey, Kev?
Yep.
That's the question. So, can I mail this to my daughter-in-law and have her print it out?
Yes.
I don't print it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just did that.
You just forward it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how they do tickets, for sporting events and everything now.
Okay.
There's no actual stuff,
Okay.
They may be able to use it off their phone at the store instead of printing it, you know what I mean?
Jeff, what do you think of that ethanol-free gasoline from Maverick gas stations?
Love it.
I do too.
Ethanol free.
From Maverick?
Yeah.
But
That's all I run on my Polaris.
am I giving up the fuel cleaning additives that I get from
It's
Top
less
Shelf
corrosive.
magazine? Yeah.
The ethanol, they put it in there to stretch it. It's supposed to be.
Even in that stuff, even if it doesn't say like top,
Yeah, but
you know, that
ethanol
Top
is so-
Shelf or something.
Yeah, ethanol is so corrosive.
Yeah.
Then it absorbs.
Answer that.
Yeah, it does. It sucks up water from the atmosphere.
Water,
Even.
it attracts water.
Yeah. I love that stuff. I get about a 10% increase in gas mileage when I use that.
Yeah, it's just a matter of whether or not the cost offsets your mileage difference.
And some cars, though, are actually equipped for, like some Fords will have steel-braided fuel lines, different things for ethanol, and some don't. So
Yeah, mine is not the flex fuel one. Is that the one you think about, the flex fuel model? I don't have
on a side-by-side, we pretty much have to run the ethanol-free. I mean, it will run fine for a tank 4 or 2 if you can't get a hold of the ethanol-free, but it will damage it after a while. Whereas like the snowmobiles, we have to run premium.
Yeah, so on that ethanol-free gasoline, they of course charge a premium.
Oh yeah,
right. And it's not enough to offset my fuel mileage increase, but I like the idea of having ethanol-free gasoline.
Well, then that's a personal choice.
Yeah,
because ethanol-free is usually more expensive than the premium.
Yeah, I never compared the two because I use 87, which is mid-grade. Both of my cars require 87, or they call for it.
Well, and your ethanol-free should be 87 anyway. It's generally 87. Sometimes you can find it 89, but it's generally 87.
Ethanol-free. Yeah, so that totally fits both of my vehicles, yeah.
Dragon's in there playing with your dinger.
What's that?
Dragon's in there playing with your dinger.
Are you going to get back to the car GM privacy problems and all this other stuff you discovered?
In fact, I looked it up, some other stuff on it.
You guys don't sell tires, do you?
I'll sell you anything you want.
Oh, really? Okay. And you have the
100%.
machine to put them on?
Nope, but I'll sell you a tire. If you want to buy it, I'll get it for you.
it's hard to beat a place like Costco or even discount.
Yeah.
Their warranty discount's phenomenal.
That's why I use discount. I get like the free rotations and free repairs.
Crazy things for customers. One of my customers had a Ford Dually, and I forget which year it was, but like there's 3 wheels they're all different. The front wheel does not interchange with the rears, and the inner doesn't interchange. So they had to break down all 6 tires to rotate them.
That sucks.
Oh, they did.
Why do you?
You know, like the other Dualies, the older ones. I mean,
oh yeah,
they're all the same.
Move anywhere, right?
Yeah. But these are 3.
Atlanta doesn't look that bad, does it, Tom? I mean, Atlanta, Hartsfield is the busiest airport in the country, and somehow that doesn't look super crowded.
That's because there's no flights.
Yeah, that's because maybe a lot of people didn't go.
Right.
Okay.
You're excited about it.
Over on KOA.
Yeah. Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, Tom Martino here. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. What does Frank do? Well, he buys and sells real estate better than anybody. He's a negotiation expert. Truly, we love Frank, and I've referred him to hundreds of people. But I want to say that what he'll do for you is an analysis of your home. Like, this is a crazy market right now. If you want to know what your home will sell for in this market, he'll do an analysis of your property, the comps, the neighborhood, supply and demand, the interest rates, and all of that to come up with a figure that you can pretty much depend on. He's really good at what he does. If you want to get an idea, no obligation to list, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622. So one of the several things we've been talking about today with our car experts and with Deputy D and Deputy Doc, gathering of information. And I've been doing some research on that in between all of our calls and our discussions. And every single car gathers information, bar none. So you can't say mine doesn't. It does. And you give it permission when you download any app for a car. You give permission for it to monitor and disseminate information about you. You also give permission many times with the online interfaces, or when I say online, in the car, when you're going in and creating a profile. Many of them have driver profiles, so you can save seat settings and all of that. When you go into your infotainment, many times in the infotainment center itself, you acknowledge certain things. Sometimes it is a permission for them to use your data. Suffice it to say, without giving you each and every detail, these cars are getting a permission and they are gathering information from you. So what do they do with it? Well, they pass it on. There are two ways to pass on information. One is anonymously and the other is not. If it's what I mean by not anonymously, I wondered what good is information? Well, they put this information together, and there are companies that knit it all together. They have identifying information about you that's passed on about you, and there are companies that specialize in building individual profiles on people. So while some information might be general data, much of it is done through code numbers coded for you, which go to an information broker or brokers. There's more than one, and they build individual profiles. So Tom Martino has a profile, and everything that now, by the way, it's not a perfect system, so there might be 2 or 3 profiles for me, but where they can, they merge them and they sell individual information. So information brokers are people who know how to do this. They go and find out information about Tom. They can tell how fast I drive, what I drive. And when I questioned about how do they know I went to a dealer and looked at a car, because they know I went to a dealer and looked at a car, because they know my GPS. They know where you go. They know when you go. They know how you drive. They know what you slow down for. They know what you speed up for. They know what you listen to on your car. They know what you talk about in your car, and you will be fed ads accordingly. But more than that, you will be priced certain prices for insurance and for other things based on your profile.
Wait, Tom, are there really microphones in the car that pick up your voice?
Absolutely. They're built in. That's what they do for Bluetooth or for talking to your car when you talk to it. I don't know. I can talk to my car.
Well, yeah, but Dimitri's old sleds, they don't have microphones.
No, now his car does not spy on him.
No, it doesn't have the capability to spy on me, and God willing, it never will.
Right. But there are so many things that spy on us. Yep. The idea of privacy is out the window. It's not going to happen anymore. So why would it care, though, about braking and about all of that? I mean, and why does it send this data constantly? And it actually knows, by the way, your profile and where you're insured, and it actually feeds insurance companies information as well. Now, on the darker side, we talked about credit cards, selling information about what you buy and where you buy it and how you buy things. So you're fed ads depending on times of day now, because they know you trigger at night more than during the day. So they will actually trigger ads to you at a certain time of day when they say, this is the time Tom buys. It's frightening that somewhere, I don't even know how to picture it. I imagine it's all software. I don't think there's anyone sitting there saying, oh, we just got this more information on Tom. Let's put it in his data. But on the darker side, let's talk about this. I went through a year of hell fighting cancer, and I got offers on buying my life insurance. Now, I don't have life insurance. They didn't know that. But in case, huh? Yeah, I sold it. No, but I had life, but I actually didn't have life insurance. No fooling around. Long story, but I always thought about that, and I just decided against it. And I was getting offers, so if I had life insurance, they were going to buy it. So somewhere along the line, it was gathered that Tom Martino has cancer. Cancer is sometimes not survivable, often not survivable. And we want to offer him this deal to buy life insurance. Isn't that dark? Weird, huh? And so they do the same thing with people, and this is even deeper, I went into, people with porn addictions. They know if you have a porn addiction, if you sign onto your computer and if you go to certain porn sites. Now, you may think you're doing it anonymously. There is no anonymously at all browsing at all, ever. Don't think there is. And they have certain things they will send to you if they think you lean toward porn and dark stuff than they will if you turn toward Jesus and other stuff. I mean, obviously, but what I don't, this is the one part that I find the most difficult is the profiling as an individual. I can see anonymous data. I can see that. Or I can see sending me an ad on my phone because it's my phone, and sending on my phone certain ads because I have my phone. But then when my information is not on my phone but sent somewhere else, how does it retain the identity of Tom Martino for other people to put it in my profile for insurance or other things? Those are the things we don't know. But we do know it's a giant business. So if you think you're anonymous, you're not. I often thought, it would be a cool science fiction book. I shouldn't even mention, well, I should mention, who the hell, I'm not going to read it. I would call it Invisible. And it's about parents who decided that their next child will be invisible. And they will not have this child signed up or do anything that would ever give them a digital footprint, ever, anywhere, nowhere. And then that person becomes almost like a superhero because they're invisible and they're able to do things that no one else can do to anti-hack and help people. And they're known as the Invisible One.
Wouldn't that be the Amish?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess they are. I mean, what would make you invisible? When you're born, a birth certificate, you're not invisible right there. Right there you start.
Well, you had some kids down in Texas that were invisible and still are today.
You're right. No one knew who they were. That's right, because they never had birth certificates, but it caused them major troubles and major problems.
Yeah,
anyway,
they didn't want to stay invisible.
Give us your thoughts on invisibility. Give us your thoughts if truly you care. It's so far gone right now, I don't care. I know Dimitri still cares because he won't talk in front of my TV.
Well, he's Russian.
You shouldn't either. And by the way,
he does not trust that LG TV for nothing. He says, Tom, it's listening.
It's staring at me.
It's listening, Tom.
Tom,
when I first bought it, no, we were setting it up. Dimitri went with me to, did we go to Best Buy or was a Micro Center? Mm-hmm. We went to buy this giant, I mean, it was the best deal in the world, right? So we went and buy and we're setting it up and he goes, don't do it. He's saying, do you realize it costs more to build that TV than you bought it for? The reason they do that is that's the whole reason right there to get you to sign in. And you really mean that.
Oh, I know it for a fact. LG loses money on every single television that they sell in the United States.
Because it's a information gathering tool.
Yeah, absolutely. In more ways than you think. So I'll send you a couple of other articles over the weekend about what smart TVs send back to the mothership. Back to the mothership about you. Now, by the way, Tom, it bears mentioning, hang on a second, it bears mentioning that, frankly, I would not mind these marketing companies and data brokers gathering my information if they allowed me to financially participate in the value of my data.
At one time, there was a company talking about that.
Yeah, so if somebody wants to sell my driving habits to the credit reporting agency like GM did, That's fine as long as I get, let's say, a nickel deposited into my Amazon account every time they make that sale. If somebody wants to make my phone ring with a junk text message or a junk phone call, I want $5 deposited into my phone company account. So if there was a way to do that, I would sign up for all of that, especially if it results in ads for things I'm interested in buying.
Yeah, we are all information commodities.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder what an individual, it depends on their income, I would imagine. What would the universe of information on that individual be over a 10-year period as far as value?
Oh, priceless.
Well, not priceless, obviously.
It has to have it.
Because, I mean,
definitive
but
value,
in other words, what would someone truly pay you if you voluntarily opened up your entire life to them per year? Now, if you had a higher income, I imagine they would pay you more than if you had a lower income, because they know you have more potential to spend. But that, I thought I had heard of a company trying to monetize individuals and give them a profile where they openly participated in benefiting from the information they gave. It wasn't all that much money, but I forget the name of the company. And they were openly saying, we believe individuals should be compensated. And maybe in the future, that will be the model, that you are selling yourself. You sign up and you willingly let them tap everything you do. And you participate in the profit of that, because data information, data mining there's money attached to it. People pay for this. But I'd love to find someone who actually pays for it. And then when I said that the other day, I believe it was Marc Mager was on Facebook, and he was pushing out an ad for us for 303 Martino. And he says, here, we're paying for it, right? We're buying audiences. We are buying profiles. We are buying people that make a certain amount of money. We are buying. So because he was telling it, who do we want to send? Get help at 303 Martino. So you buy your audience. So that's where Facebook is selling it. And then Google sells it with their pay-per-clicks, right? So everybody sells it. But when do they get down to the individual that they're selling your information because they know that you just bought something? Anyway, we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Right, Doc? You need
Loki,
water?
where are these articles from?
Water, bro?
No, he's trying to drink his
Where are
liquor
these
through his
articles
nose.
I don't.
Reputable sources?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Everything that he does is reputable. What are you insinuating?
I'm just asking, not about him, about the articles. Totally off the subject, Tom, but your hair looks like it's growing back. Have you noticed that? That makes a really noticeable difference. When I looked at you, I said, something looks different.
It actually,
Yeah, it's coming.
I have some hair.
Yeah, it's coming
What,
back.
is that the stem cell still working?
Oh, it could be that. I mean, it could be, because I did do that stem cell thing.
Yeah.
And then I got the cancer, so that kind of interrupted it. So maybe it's just coming back from that. It could be a little bit of everything. So my first official screening is in mid-December, my first screen. And then I have to go every 3 months. And that's just a weird feeling, to just always have to look at yourself to see.
I do everything not to look at myself. So.
So I noticed you have your cane, though. Are you having pain in your legs?
Yeah, last week when I was hunting, stretched a piece of old fence and barbed wire underneath the leaves, grabbed my foot.
Oh.
So I caught myself with my left foot, but I landed real awkward.
You alone?
No, I was with Buddy at the time. If it wasn't for him, I probably would still be laying face down there. So, but yeah, so it took about 12 hours, and the arthritis said it's a good place to settle in for a week or so.
Jeff, when I shift my transmission from D into 2, does that mean it stays in 2 or it's limited to 2? Like it will go into 1 and then go into 2?
It'll depend on, because yours is a 4R70W, so it'll depend on the program that's in your vehicle. Mm-hmm. So it may limit you to no more than second gear.
Right.
Okay. Or it could launch in second gear.
Oh, okay, but
So-
you're not sure right now.
It will depend on your car. I would have to drive it to know.
Oh, okay.
They change strategies on those, so it could be either or.
Yeah, it has D, 2, and 1.
Right.
1 is self-explanatory.
One is self-explanatory. It was very common for Ford on the manual second position to launch in second gear. So that was a snow start to keep you from spinning your wheels when you take off from the stop.
Okay. Yeah, not that I've ever used it or intend to, but just always wondered about that. All my, every transmission I ever had, I'll be able to tell if I go into 2 and start at high revs and feel that shift into 2. Like, if I don't feel a shift,
well,
that means
if you're cruising to like at 40, 45 mile an hour, pull down a second. You'll feel it pull down a second.
Oh no, right. But it's if I'm at a stop, shift it into 2,
and see if it launches in second gear.
Yeah. If I don't feel a shift, that means it started in second gear. Sluggish, isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
And the idea for that is a snow start.
Okay, that's what it's
to help prevent you from getting stuck in the snow from spinning your tires.
I have another off-the-wall topic I'd love to hear people talk about. These extravagant gender reveal parties. What is the point of that? I mean,
have fun.
What?
Have fun.
It's just to have. Yeah, it's just like I was arguing with my wife last night. What's the point of engagement pictures? Why?
Yeah.
But it does seem like people want to one-up each other on the gender.
Oh, yeah. No, always trying to do something.
Yeah, something bizarre that nobody else has done. We had a small party of 500 for the gender reveal.
Right.
But let's have a party and get baby gifts.
Everybody's so self-absorbed to think that I care.
Yeah.
I stopped worrying about what people think of me as soon as I realized how rarely they do.
Yeah, I agree with that a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's the 300th time I was called an asshole. Must be true.
Can you have forescan software at your shop?
Yes, foreskin software.
I knew somebody was going to hear it the wrong way.
Well, I kind of heard that myself. Just like
that's what I heard originally too.
Forescan.
For what?
For the Ford software, it's called Forescan.
Not for programming the older Fords, I don't.
Is mine an older Ford?
Yeah, I mean, as opposed to 20s or something, you can dabble.
Oh.
What year is yours?
07.
That's not programmable anyway.
Oh, I don't need
this hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station, 630 K-How.
Hello, people. What's happening? So smart TVs and streaming devices track what you watch, how long you watch, and the edge you interact with. Smart appliances collect performance data, usage times, when you do certain things, connect to your Wi-Fi, and they transmit diagnostics. Cars track, of course, location, behavior, voice commands, sometimes even in-cabin activities and audio. The data, device manufacturers use a lot of data in general purposes for product improvement and targeted devices. App developers and service providers like Google, Meta, Amazon, Roku, for targeted advertising, they sell you demographics. So when you want to advertise, they say, okay, who do you want? How much do they make? And so they do. So it's not an individual now. Remember, we're still talking about demographics, and we're talking about targeting general groups of people. However, the seedy part of this, third-party data brokers who over time, when they receive information from certain smart devices, have tied it to an ID number. That ID number is truly you, but they know it as an ID number, and they track it in a profile. And this profile then, from the devices that you have, gets smarter and smarter about you. And your device IDs do this, your accounts and logins do this, and your IP addresses and Wi-Fi networks do this, and you become an advertising ID, and they know you. So they literally can send stuff out to Dee and to Tom, but not to Doc, or to Doc and to Kevin, but not to Jeff. So they literally have but personalities, people that they target. But this is the infancy of that. Right now, we're in the infancy of that, and AI is helping to do it. The problem is knitting together this information. Because other people may use devices, they have to know that it's a device mostly used by you. And they do that by seeing consistent reporting of certain behaviors. Then they associate that with a profile, and that profile gets smarter and smarter about you. So someone they don't say, let's target Tom Martino for this, but they say, let's target this person who we see here. And then it goes out to me. But it says here, there may be twin people, not twin and twins, but twin, so they might be sending it out to an ID that resembles Tom Martino, but it also might be John Smith as well. So we're so close that we may be targeted together. But they haven't gotten to a point where literally they rush stuff out to an individual person at this point. But that's not long. That's not far. Where I think you're going to have AI calling you personally for specific things. And they know, for example, everyone knows your birthday, right? You get marketed, you get wished happy birthday from people and from apps and from everywhere, right? You get happy birthday. So then they're starting to know what you bought and when it's going to wear out. So they start hitting you up for things that will wear out in the future that you may be looking to replace. And how about this? We've all had this happen where we might be shopping at a place, and this is not a regular place we shop, just a place where we visited, right? And we get a notice. I got a notice the next day saying, you left stuff in a cart. Okay, but I didn't leave my name or I didn't log in. This was a guest. I was a guest. But they got my IP and then sent it back to the phone saying, do you want to finish your checkout? Mm-hmm. And so they know that you were there based on an IP. And this also says, this research I did says that IPs then get linked together according to behavior, and then different IPs become the same person. So we don't have just one IP. We have an IP when we're on our computer. We have an IP when we're on our phone. And these IPs then help to make up these individual profiles. It says here the goal someday is to have these individual profiles by name so they can literally point to a neighborhood and basically profile the entire neighborhood. And they can tell you whether or not you should bother being in that neighborhood or not. Or they can target certain households in that neighborhood and not others. This is going to be something for direct mail as well, which will still be alive and well. Instead of sending to a zip code, they will send to individuals, a group of individuals.
Well, it's expensive to market. If they can pinpoint their marketing, I think they would save money.
And really, there's nothing wrong with this, with marketing, because that's all it is marketing.
Yeah.
They're not making you buy it. Mm-mm. They're presenting it to you. And I think, when I think about it, I'd rather be marketed by targeted information than by everybody.
Sure.
I mean, I like being targeted. I mean, for God's sakes, people know I'm looking for a car, and I've been looking for a car forever, and I'm not going to buy one probably because I just got pissed off and bored, and I'm getting so many car hit-ups. But also, I like being targeted. Like, I like technology. And whenever there's a new Mac or new something,
You want to see it anyway.
yeah, I like it. I guess I don't mind it. Do you mind it, Dean, being
I'm kinda
targeted?
here with you,
No,
Tom.
I don't mind it at all. And
Dragon? Were you going to say Dragon?
Yeah, I'm there with you. I really enjoy it. But stop marketing to me once I purchase the item. So once I bought my damn toaster, stop showing me toasters.
You're right, because you still get them. What were you going to say, Dean?
Oh, I was going to say, I think I would welcome it under the scenario that I proposed earlier, where I get paid a nickel, because I do want some system out there to realize that, hey, my tires have 50,000 miles on them now. It's about time for me to buy the same tire because I've been buying it year after year after year. And if somebody can offer me a really great deal on that tire without me having to go out shop, for a couple of hours like I usually do, I would actually welcome that. It's the irrelevant stuff, like, the breast milk pump or, whatever.
No, I understand. No, I'd rather be targeted to be targeted for something I want or something that will interest me. I love getting targeted for aviation stuff all the time. I love it. I love just looking at it, even though I'm not going to buy. I mean, how many times, I don't know, I might be crazy. Have you ever gone and just browsed certain sites like that might have things you're interested in? You're not going to you're not even going to buy anything?
No, how can I stop getting ads for blow up dolls?
Your thing went off there. I think he turned it off at the right time.
No.
Deputy Doc was asking an inappropriate question. Anyway, we have more coming up. I want to say that DenverRegen.com, while they're known for a lot of things like testosterone replacement for men and for weight loss drugs at pennies on the dollar, I want to remind you, their core business is stem cell therapy for painful joints and tendons, and they do a great job. So if you're thinking about stem cell therapy, DenverRegen.com.
That's why you never
Blow up dolls means a lot, something very different to those of us who shoot.
That's why
Some cataract.
Well, that's going to have to change.
They'll start some weird ass.
God.
And then you get the commercials.
Yeah, he's not touching my phone.
Well, plus you know where his hands have been.
Yeah. I forget who it was, but he Googled male tampons on his phone.
That's awesome.
I can't even imagine the ads they were getting.
God. So the smart TVs send a package of data every few seconds on you. And I'm working on figuring out what's in the package, but it gathers peripheral information too. Like what other devices are in use, what are they being used for. It knows a lot more than what you watch on TV.
Fix It 24/7 wants to be your furnace company. They want to show you what they can do. That's why they do this refurbishment of your furnace for just $39 if you've not had it done. They want to introduce you to their fabulous service. They take a couple hours. They take your furnace apart. They clean every nook and cranny, including the cabinet itself, the burners. They adjust. They really check everything, and it's just $39. It's something you have to see to believe. I've had it done, and it's incredible. To find out more and to get it done, go to fixmyhome.com. Book now. Fixmyhome.com. Book now.
Hey, Dimitri, have you ever bought anything on the spur of the moment?
Of course.
Have you really? I'm impressed.
So there is one.
Did you hear the story about the stripper he used to run around with?
there is a smart TV that until about a year ago, somebody dug into the disclosures within the setup menu, and it said, "Do not enter your passwords into devices that are nearby that are within the view of this."
Shitting.
I'm trying to verify that. I only found out this morning, so I haven't verified that yet. But that's a really scary disclaimer. So,
You gotta quit hanging out on me.
The warning was in the disclaimer, or this guy found out that it was actually getting this
it
information?
was programmed into the TV,
Yeah.
into one of those like page after page after page of accept this to finish setup. Now, the other problem with TVs and similar devices, your vacuum cleaner, everything else that's connected to your network, is security protocols are secondary to the primary function of that device. And so that becomes, a back door into your network, into your home network.
In the bus systems, the easiest thing to get through is the lighting system.
It's
so
analogous.
They can come in through the light to get to the BCM because they're all wired together.
So what's the harm? I haven't put any VPNs or, and so if I get 2 or 3 emails a day trying to sell me something, what's the big deal?
That's not the concern at all.
Yeah, but so they gather information on me.
But they can gather passwords, is what he's saying.
The backdoor problem is this. I also use my computer for banking access and credit card access. And it's that backdoor through the vacuum cleaner that I'm afraid of somebody putting in a key logging device onto my computer. So,
that's why I write checks.
That's right. I do too. And by the way, my check writing software is in the computer too. So you have my routing information, you have my bank account information, and you have my PIN number.
Your tax return is in there somewhere.
Everything is in here.
Yep.
So, when I'm here, I don't log into, I've never logged into this network.
Yeah.
I just use my own hotspot.
No, all you can do is just have, multiple levels, so you get notification of login and what do they call it?
The second, the two-way authentication, I use that everywhere where it's available. I want that text message.
I never click recognize this.
I've never, ever. Never at home, not on my own network, nothing.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
And then some of my software still uses the Google Authenticator.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. I've never used it. I know the one you're talking about. It always offers its services to me. I always decline. What is that? Oh, different accounts?
So when you log in,
okay.
You can, like your Social Security, they want you to log in, but then they want the authenticator. So you go on here and those numbers change every 15 seconds.
Oh, that authenticator. I didn't. That's a Google service?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
It says open up your app.
Authenticator and then give them the 6-digit number as it,
It was constantly rotating.
Constantly, every 15 seconds.
That's awesome. That's actually pretty good.
Because my payroll company uses that. I know the Social Security uses that.
Yeah, that is really cool. I think that's pretty secure.
Until it isn't.
Until it isn't. Yeah. We used to think a lot of things were secure.
Do what you can do.
When cell phones came out, they said you could never tap a cell phone. Remember those? Remember that from
when
the
ATMs came out, they said it was going to lower banking costs. It would never cost you a dime.
That's right. That's right.
.com. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right Home Improvements. DRHI.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. So, this guy bought a used Honda Civic from a small dealer, and anyway, the check engine light came on the very next day. The dealer said you bought it as is. So, don't they have to fix it? And what are my rights? And I thought of something. Normally, that is right. You do buy something as is. But since dealers aren't allowed to hide things, and that would be a disclosure issue, because you're buying it as is. But if as is misrepresented, then the as is out the window, and you do have teeth. The reason I'm bringing this up is you brought something up to me the other day that I really believe I never considered before. And I don't think people check, and that is when they clear something out of a computer.
Oh, yeah.
So, couldn't I make the argument? Can you see what they cleared? Or do you see that they just cleared it?
You can see monitors have not reset since the last clear, so you can only see how long ago it was cleared.
But you can't see what they cleared.
Not on most of them, no.
Because I was thinking, if you could show... Well, no, I even think if you had a problem... and you can show that they cleared the computer just before you bought it, I think you could make the argument.
Fraud in and of itself.
Yeah, I think you can make the argument in an as-is sale, and this is new to me, but you can make the argument they hid something.
Yep.
Because why did they clear it?
They can also make the argument that, they actually made other repairs. There may have been other codes. So transmission solenoid A was faulty. They fixed it. They cleared it. And next day, the input speed sensor goes bad. You still see that monitor.
Wait. So when you fix something, it doesn't clear the code automatically?
Not necessarily, no.
Because
certain ones do, certain don't. You have to reset it, yeah.
Oh, so sometimes you reset.
Yep. Sometimes they change a battery, and the computer shows that it was reset because the battery died.
But
so
in any
it's hard
case,
to tell.
that's something you may want to try. If the computer was cleared, that's it. Now, I want to buy a car. I went to buy a car. It was advertised for $28,000. When I sat down, they added some other stuff, and it came to another $3,000. And they said, this stuff you have to buy $31,000. Can they do that? Well, okay. Here's the problem. They really can't do that. If they advertise something for a certain price, they have to sell it for the advertised price. Unless there's a disclaimer down there that says other charges apply or plus dealer handling and prep and all that. But that new law coming out that says everything has to be priced up front, must be accurate and include all of that. There is a new law that January 1st takes effect, and we were talking about it. It's that House bill, whatever. It's an amendment to the Consumer Protection Act. It's going to make it much more difficult to do. But the more I read about it, by the way, that act says that anybody who gives a price, the price must be complete if you give a price up front, and it must include all charges, and there can be no hidden fees. However, there are disclaimers you can make so really those disclaimers almost negate it. There are disclaimers that can say plus, this and this. So really, it's not going to change things as much as we thought. My mechanic replaced my alternator and the battery keeps dying. He says he thinks it's another problem now. What do you think, guys? I mean, obviously it can be so many things.
Yeah.
So when the battery keeps dying, the alternator was replaced. It could just be a bad battery.
Unless that was the initial problem and it never needed an alternator.
Okay. I bought an extended warranty. The transmission failed. Of course, the warranty denied the claim, saying it was a pre-existing condition. The car only has 40,000 miles. How do you tell when a transmission goes bad, Jeff? How would we know if it just happened and it was a catastrophic failure for the extended warranty, or the extended warranty said, oh, no, this was going on for a while?
Generally, when the extended warranty goes after the pre-existing condition scenario is usually within about the first 30 days of purchase. Some of them will extend it to 60 or even 90 inside those contracts. That's why it's important not just to read the pamphlet that they give you, but to know what's actually in the contract. But most of them, for the first 30 days, anything that goes wrong with that car is going to be on your
no matter what. Okay, now, but if you do have a transmission problem, is there a way to tell how long that transmission problem has been around? Is there a way? Can you tell if there's something that's catastrophic, sudden, or within the last week or so, or, oh, this has been lingering for months? Is there a way?
I'm going to use your favorite legal term, and that's it depends. Right. Depending on what that failure is. A catastrophic failure, if you drop a pan and we find, half of the planetary gears are in the bottom, well, that was catastrophic. That happened right away. Okay. If I see something like ground up refined aluminum that's suspended in a fluid, floating through it, it's probably been going on for a little while.
Okay. So in other words, in order to say pre-existing, there's got to be a little something to it.
There's got to be a little something to it. Now, usually they won't argue with even the broken up metal that's in there that's suspended in the fluid. Okay, yeah, the customer has no way of knowing that's going on while he's driving down the road. As long as you're outside that 30 days, it's easy to say, hey, and it looks like torque converter material or it looks like pump material or whatever the case may be, and then they'll authorize the repairs going forward.
Yeah, for internal failure. Yeah.
Okay, now on this one, this is easy. You traded in your car, you paid off the loan, the dealer refuses to cancel your gap insurance. Well, they can't, okay? The Attorney General years ago took a dealer to court because they weren't allowing them to cancel extended warranties or gap coverage, but they absolutely, positively must give you a prorated refund. And the Attorney General has proven that and taken action. Now, there are some rare contracts that are that are non-refundable, but they're usually ones like a paint sealant or paint protection or stuff like that, because it's on the car, so you can't prorate it. But definitely, if you have Gap and you're not using it, you can get your money back.
Now, impact traffic.
Some normal downtown slowdowns throughout the metro for your Friday afternoon commute. I-25 northbound, some pretty significant stop-and-go traffic between Alameda and Colfax, adding about 5 to 10 minutes to your commute. I-25 southbound slow between I-70 and Colfax. 6th Avenue eastbound, congestion on the off-ramp to I-25 southbound. For folks heading to DIA, I-70 eastbound, slow between Peoria and Pena Boulevard. With traffic, I'm Mark Swan.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll be telling the story of lawnmower racing. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
DiscountBath.com. I love the words discount and bath together, and they have the guaranteed best prices and best values when it comes to your bathroom remodel. In fact, they'll give you a price without coming out to the house. All you have to do is take your smartphone, walk through an area of your bath, and tell them what you want to do. Yeah, just tell them, I want to move here. I want to put a double vanity here. I want to do a walk-in shower here, move the toilet, or do this or do that. You can do it in a hall room bath, a master bath, the roughed-in area in your basement, and then they shoot you a price. They love their prices. They guarantee the best prices. DiscountBath.com. That's where you start to get your upload link. Mark and Suzanne are having a bathroom done. They absolutely love them. You will too. DiscountBath.com. And if you want to talk to anyone, it's 720-979-2322.
Imagine cutting out the middleman when
Do you guys have a favorite brand of car batteries?
Not really. I mean, there's really only a couple battery manufacturers to begin with. Yeah. So Johnson Controls and Interstate makes their own, I think.
I've never been an Interstate fan.
I think Die Hard's Johnson Controls, I think.
Yeah, we stocked the Napa. Napa brand.
We just got FMP.
Or the Never Starts. I mean, it ever starts.
See, I installed
but keep a NOCO in the vehicle.
What's a NOCO?
It's a small box about yay big.
Oh, the starter pack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should have one in every car you own.
Uh-huh.
And they charge. They'll hold a charge for a year.
They do? That's why I never got one, because I figured they'll just sell discharge.
Yeah, I've got a larger one.
Little
for the
jet battery jump boxes are about this big.
Okay. And they're cheap, too.
Yeah. And some of them come with other features. NOCO's got one on it. It's got a small air compressor on it now, too.
Yep.
It's actually pretty powerful.
That definitely...
You can charge your cell phone with it.
I couldn't get it to work the other day. If that charger definitely cooked. I couldn't get it to work the other day.
It's like a Swiss Army knife.
It is. I installed a system voltage monitor in the town car, and after a night of resting, my battery voltage is only 12.4, which I believe indicates half charge.
Well, no, because it's the amperage that'll tell you what the charge is, not the voltage.
Oh. Well, what about all these tables I see on the internet saying?
So when it comes to
battery, it drops to 4. But so it's the amperage is what you're interested in.
Same-sex marriages, Tom?
So what is that?
I think it's a binary. It's a two-place.
It tells me nothing
If you get married,
I mean, if it was 8 instead of 12, that would tell you something.
I don't need if you start seeing that your battery's regularly holding, around like 12.3, 12.2,
it becomes legal in that state.
Right.
Get ready to buy a battery.
But the church
you're telling
has
me
a right
life.
to not acknowledge that marriage. It's perfectly legitimate for church to do.
Right.
So you wouldn't be
That's
worried
why I
at
think it's
12.4
crazy
overnight?
to have all this rigmarole.
I don't think
you're not worried about
it. But I don't think the station.
Kind of where you
No,
want to be.
but that's another argument. But until they take the government out of marriages, it makes no difference whether it's same-sex or mixed marriages.
Goes to 14.2, 14.3 when I'm
right?
Is there anything like the president?
You're right.
And if you're a Christian, you don't acknowledge it.
I had no idea those battery packs or the starter packs hold charge
then the church
reliably
it's
for a
fine.
year.
The church has a right not to acknowledge it.
I need to order
Minimum 6 months. I mean, mean, even if you plug it in every 6 months.
That's wonderful. That's awesome. You don't need no
and I'm gone. And like I say, I keep one underneath the seat in my Ranger. It's outside, so it's subjected to sub-zero temps on a regular basis, and it still holds a charge. And I check it, like you say, about every 6 months or so. But
you just plug it in for a little bit.
And if I've used it, I just automatically plug it.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Any one of those batteries, I mean, you get a failure or some kind of...
Yeah. I was like, how do you want to hurt? Yeah, because, Pepper's just still trying to get...
No, but it's a matter of... You're right, of course. It's a matter of increasing the number of dangerous batteries in my life.
Already Rocky's breaking news. Okay.
At least that battery fire would keep me toasty warm. But instead,
all the toxic fumes help me to get to sleep.
It's 2 to 4. It's Ryan Schuling.
Comedian Jody Collin fills in for Deborah Flora on the right side of Hollywood, along with Christian Toto and me. We'll have our Fool of the Week nominees and Jeff Dyes at Comedy Works South this weekend. Your chance to win tickets Friday on 630 KHO.
Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Okay, how about this one, guys? This is an interesting one. A guy bought a car. It was a used car, and it was guaranteed oil changes for, not guaranteed, it was oil changes for life program, okay?
Sure.
They say he has to pay an upcharge for synthetic oil, but he says his car only takes synthetic. First and foremost, is that true? Are there cars that can only take synthetic?
There's certain cars, depending on the weight of the oil, the only oil that you can use is synthetic. Like a 030, you can't get a blend. It's only synthetic. So you have no choice.
So what do you think if they said oil changes for life?
Then I would say that he got sold a product he could never use.
But they're willing to do oil changes. They just won't do the synthetic. He has to pay the upcharge. It's not that much.
It'd be one thing if they say, if it's, it says it's not good for synthetic oil changes, but knowing it needs a synthetic change, they sold him something he can never use.
Yeah.
Or, say it's got a maximum cap of $29.99, whatever the heck it is.
Yeah. Some cars you have no choice.
All right. By the way, I'm so tired of these. Paid a roofer up front 2 months ago. No calls, no work. His website's gone. Am I out the money? Yeah. Unfortunately, you probably are out the money. Now, we have a Contractors Trust Act in this state, but I got to tell you that...
Yeah, but you got to find the guy.
Yeah, well, even if you found the guy, no one is enforcing the Contractors Trust Act, but it is a good example of where you can use the law to sue someone individually. It's not necessarily a private right to action, but you can use the law. They broke the law. They did you harm, and you can go after them.
Is there any jail time associated with that act, or is it strictly monetary?
No, see, first of all, the Contractors Trust Act can turn criminal. It can, if they refuse to make it right, or if they didn't segregate the money. The problem is, no one, and I mean there is not one jurisdiction, not one that will enforce it. I bought a truck with a 3-year extended warranty. My transmission blew. They're saying it's not covered because, again, that's the same one I read, the pre-existing. Never mind. You mentioned that there are times you can tell if it's pre-existing or not. I clicked on a free trial for skin cream, just pay shipping. 2 weeks later, I got charged $98. They're sending me more. They said I signed up for a subscription. Okay, by the way, that happens all the time. So, here's what I say. Cancel the credit card. Don't even bother fighting with them. Cancel the credit card or change your credit card number. You're never going to win this argument. They're not going to come after you in court, and you're just going to be done with them. These people that bill like this, there's no reasoning. You can't call them. You can't do anything. And especially if you buy something on Instagram, there is no company to go after. These things come from Timbuktu, and then you try to return it or you try to get your money back guarantee, and you won't. You're just it's just a chance you're taking when you do business like this. Here's a good example of Google right now. I am seeing video of New York City police barnacles they're putting on windshields. And we were talking about it. And now I have video here, and it says New York City Police debut barnacle for windshields.
And we had never heard of it before today.
No, and I put it into this computer, not that one. Wow. Now, was this computer listening to me? I think so. I'm seeing it right in front of me. Anyway, we're out of time. Don't forget 303 Martino for help, information, and referrals.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino and stay connected with all of us at 630 KHOW, KHOW.com, and on the iHeartRadio app. This is Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
The Fed dropped interest rates again, which is great news for homeowners. If you're feeling overwhelmed by the upcoming holidays, this is the time to get your finances in order. Everything is so expensive, and your credit cards are maxed out. With rates dropping, pay off that debt now. American Financing is helping homeowners access the equity in their home for instant savings and are saving people an average of $800 a month. Some rates are in the low fives, and that's a game changer compared to those sky-high credit card rates. If you start today, you might be able to delay 2 mortgage payments, giving you extra breathing room for the holidays. It doesn't cost you anything to find out how much money you could save. The holidays are going to be here before you know it, so don't wait. Call their salary-based mortgage consultants today. American Financing at 303-695-7000. 303-695-7000. Online, AmericanFinancing.net.
NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org. APR for rates in the 5 starts at 6.196% for well-qualified borrowers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Are you struggling with vision loss as you get older? Do you have a child who is blind or losing their vision? Are you a blind person wondering how you'll succeed in school, at work, or as a parent? We can help. The National Federation of the Blind knows that blindness doesn't have to keep you from living the life you want. We invite you to learn more about us and how we can help at nfb.org. The National Federation of the Blind. Live the life you want.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on the free iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. On day 38 of the government shutdown, Democrats in the Senate making an offer.
It's the first major sign of a possible off-ramp. After weeks of presiding over a filibuster of a government funding bill, Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer took to the floor to make this offer. Democrats would agree to reopen the government if Republicans agree to a 1-year extension of expiring Obamacare tax credits.
All Republicans have to do is say yes.
Schumer says if they do, the shutdown could end within hours. But GOP leaders have previously rejected any talk of extending health care subsidies until the shutdown ends.
ABC's Stephen Portnoy. Israel's military says remains of a deceased hostage have been returned over to the Red Cross for identification. It's all part of the ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. In California, the mother of missing 9-year-old Melody Buzzard has been arrested on charges unrelated to her daughter's disappearance, police say. Ashley Buzzard taken into custody after a neighbor's video appeared to show her packing up to leave. This is ABC News. The Department of
You got your earbuds, right? Yep. Okay.
Have you seen that video at all before I texted it to you?
You did or you didn't?
No, I'm asking if you heard.
I had not heard about it.
I heard about it.